Alrighty, welcome back everybody here at Simtrax Broadcasting, another round from the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Tonight, we'll be here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. It's going to be an interesting one, still running the fun week before we get ready for the next season here. I believe you guys saw me Tuesday. If you tuned in to me, Simtrax Broadcasting, we were with the Racing Revolution on Wednesday. What a mess that was over there at Martinsville. But here at Lucas Oil Speedway, we are going back to the dirt. These guys, we have all met each other. Right now, I believe we have just about 2, 4, 6, 8, about 15 drivers out here getting ready to get to qualifying. This should be pretty interesting. Running the UMP models here right now. 2 heats after qualifying. Each of those will be 8 laps on those heats. Right now, we kind of see a couple of guys. John Hine right there will be joining me in the booth from his car, so his mic will be a little touchy out here on the dirt, especially with the dirt slinging in the car there. It'll kind of break up on him a little bit, but that's all right. We'll still try to get a few words in edgewise as we see him whipping around the track there. So a lot of people in his ear, crew chief, us, and his spotter. So we'll have to see how he does out there on the track, if he could get a preferred line. But away he goes, and there he is with good qualifying time. We'll go ahead and talk about the feature later on here in the race, and what a battle we're going to have here out. I'm excited to see how many guys decide to show up here tonight and get this done. 81 degrees out there, and the humidity about at 67%, so it should hopefully not make this track dry up too bad on them, and try to keep it, decently slick. Not really get the rubber start melting in there with the dirt and really making it, unfavorable for a lot of these drivers out there. But man, let's go ahead and see if we can find out qualifying where these guys ended up. And right now, Steven Spies in the first position. Jeff Barker, Nick Vickery there in the third position. Oh, man. Go ahead. If you got a copy on me out there, John, go ahead and give me Mark. Mark Antoine
Chagnon.
Man, I'm glad you got that one. I did pretty well earlier in the week, but not tonight. Joseph Grandy in the 5th. Bob DeGood there in the 6th. John, you ended up 7th. Looks like Randy Shreves there in the 8th position. 9 is Brandon Templeton. Greg Boydell there in 10th. Brody Sim 11th. Brendan Lacey. I've seen him before. Good to see him back out here with Alex Pomerleau there in the 13th. And the 14th is Terry Landis. All right, so we got 14 drivers out here on the track. So these guys are going to now break up kind of in halves here and move their way into the heats. And then 4 of those guys will end up going to the feature and then invert the field after that. So I've been told kind of the dummies way here at the dirt track, the fastest car will start in the back of the feature. So that's going to be pretty interesting, watching these guys kind of fight their way toward the front from the back. It really kind of puts kind of a handicap on the slower guys there in the front, having a chance to just go ahead and stay out front. Out there in the chat, Robert Rader, this intro video is awesome. I agree. The Coast to Coast Racing League apparently has a great editor out there and decides, to go ahead and make these videos for these guys, and really they do a fantastic job being able to go ahead and give us that. But right now, we're sliding into Heat 1. John Hine, Joseph Grandy, Nick Vickery, Steven Spies, Brandon Templeton out there. Brody Sim and Pomerleau will be our guys lining up. So we'll kind of see them here getting squared away. Let's go ahead and get that grid here right now. Bang, there they are. So all right, so a lot of familiar faces. I know some of these guys are taking the week off, kind of reset and give this thing, another go here at the Coast to Coast Racing League. Be able to give a good push. Going into the next season. I know some of those guys out there have won a championship or so. Don't take my word on who. I know Brandon Templeton, he was out there giving I think in the big blocks. I saw him in one of those, but we'll have to see how he fares here tonight. But where it's only heat racing, the key is just to get up there in the top 4 at this point. John Hine, you're doing a fantastic job, bud. Let's see if you can stay out there in the lead, bud.
Yeah, and this is where if you're talking about the invert, you see Steven Spies, who's that quick time. He's spinning P4, so he's going to be the guy who's going to try to keep behind us here.
All right, you and that Coast to Coast modified car there, man. I really like the way that looks, that paint job scheme. That red, white, and blue looks pretty good, especially for more of a Canadian league here. You know, I like that red, white, and blue that you are running there, bud. So hopefully you will be able to get a good run. That pace car is off. Boy, talk about me not being able to tell that pace car diving off to the right. Normally I'm to the left, but here you go. Getting ready to line up. I guess you guys are, I think you're looking for a white mark on the ground, are you not?
Now we're going on green.
Oh, all right. So on the flag, man, green flag is showing here. Away you guys go. A little slip up there from John Hine there. Looks like Joseph Grandy is sliding his way on the outside, but not without John Hine making a little slide up toward the top, holding him up toward the looser dirt. We'll have to see if they can go ahead and slide around here. These guys getting ready to go about 3-4 wide here. Oh, John Hine off the wall. Oh, no, but he maintains the lead. Away he goes up there in the front. These guys are stacking up 3 wide back there with Nick Vickery kind of caught in the middle. John Hine's able to stay out there in front, but that 0 car of Nick Vickery getting banged around there in the back. So, man, he's having a hard time trying to get around. I believe that 31 car, Brandon Templeton, I've seen him before. He's very tough to go ahead. But here we are. John Hine warned us of Steven Spees there in the 55 machine, as he's definitely working on the backside of that car right there. The deal is try to really block his exit lane, as that 55 is moving on the inside of him right there. 5 to go here in the race. There they go. And John Hine, man, you have got to get that car in front of him, because he is getting ready to door you with Joseph Grandy right behind him. So these guys getting ready to switch it up, but can he go ahead and reverse that pass by diving to the inside of him? And John Hine is giving it a shot. Boom, little bump right there, letting him know you're there, but he's able to maintain some of that speed. But Joseph Grandy going ahead and working high line, so he may be a wall rider here pretty soon. But as the track starts to set in, you're starting to notice different lines as we're moving a little farther up the track here. John Hine back there in the 3rd position in his 71 machine. Have to see if he can go ahead and pick up a little pace here, but it's still, he is top 4, so he will go ahead and continue. Templeton is the cutoff, and we'll have to see how he ends up there, if he can go ahead and stay in the front. Last lap, white flag is out, as we're going to rotate back here to Brandon Templeton to see if he's got anything for him. Doesn't look like he's going to have anything. 397 is going to stay alive, so it looks like Spees, Grandy, John Hine, and Templeton are going to be your guys to continue to the next heat. Wow. Tell you what, John, that is pretty fast-paced here for dirt, bud.
Yeah, it was interesting there. And Spees, I told you, he's going to be quick in these cars. And he's going to be the guy to beat, it looks like, so far early on here.
Yeah, and that definitely is. You looks like you were going to go ahead and hang out down in the pits right now. And we're going to go ahead and get us lined back up for another round here to go ahead and give this another shot. Let's go ahead and get that grid up here. Looks like Randy Shreves in the 56, Bob DeGood there in the 7. All right, your turn again here with Mark in the 242. Come on, you can do it. Who is it, John? Mark Chagon?
Shagnog. That's how I always, and I could be wrong in pronouncing it, but that's how I always have.
Okay, well, we'll give that a shot. Jeff Barker there in the 4th. Greg Boydell there in the 5th. Brendan Lacey, we'll figure out if he's 5th or 6th, as Landis is kind of passing him up right there, so we'll have to see how these guys get dialed back in. So this is a kind of a tumble up here. I've kind of got the screen up there for you a little bit there, John, if you're interested. And really, who are you going to call to see who's the fastest out of this one?
Well, I'll tell you, the 414 of Brendan Lacey, I know he's back, but he drives these things in real life, so he's got a little bit of an advantage. But I'm going to go with Jeff Barker there in that 2nd row. I think he's going to be a guy to kind of watch it. He likes these cars and is usually quick at them.
All right, well, I'm taking a look at Brendan Lacey there, and I'm wondering if he's actually, here just during these warm-up laps following the pace car, he's up there in the loose dirt, kind of trying to pack it down a little bit, and I'm wondering if that's, actually some strategy for later on in the heat, if he wants to go ahead and ride that high side. But under green flag, here we go. You see those cars get launched, and that is something really to see that thing pick up there and kind of, how these cars torque and get pulled off. But Shreves going ahead, pulling away and staying out front. Oop, 7-car blink of Bob DeGood there. Have to blink out a little bit. Got to be careful to watch where he is out there on the track. So, man, here we go. Looks like the 242 getting jammed there on the low side. We're going to see if we can float up to that Michelin chopper view. Whoops, 7 car gone again. There he is. All right, so the 242 down to the bottom of the 513 of Jeff Barker. So we'll have to see. You call him Brennan Lacey. He is in the 5th. He's got to make a couple passes here to get up toward the front. But right now he's got a giant roadblock in front of him with the 242 and the 513 of Jeff Barker here. He's going to go ahead and work his way toward the inside. Randy Shreves and Bob DeGood. Looks like, oh, Bob is around. Oh, no. That is going to cause a tangle up here as it looks like he got Shagnog there in the 242. So now he's back and is now knocked out of contention. Brendan Lacey there for the 3rd. Greg Boydell is the cutoff point at the 4th position. But he's under some fire there by Terry Landis in the 161. So we'll have to see how he fares, if he can pick up any sort of speed there. Due to some of what you kind of see the splits here on our little ticker up there, man, these guys are, kind of spread out a little bit, and this actually may be a sealed deal. These heats are only about 8 laps, so it's a shootout here to the end. You got to make it happen right now. No time to do, as Robert Rader out there in the chat, man. And if you think about it, kind of from our perspective, more of asphalt, not dirt. We kind of wait for the track and the race to come to us and make it happen. Here at dirt, you don't have that time. The track fades away quick, these cars fade away quick, and you've got to get back out there and really push your way toward the front. So Randy Shreves there, Jeff Barker, Brendan Lacey under the white flag as they come to the checkered flag. Brendan Lacey in the 3rd, and Greg Boydell there for the 4th position. So Terry Landis, Shagnog there in the 242, and Bob DeGood in the 7. Unfortunately, comes in last place. He had it, but a spin out there. It looked like he hit a real slick patch and has sent him back out. So now we're going to ended up in a warm-up here at about 3 minutes. I guess for these guys to go ahead and, knock off those jitters before we head to the final here.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where your car is good at, what it's going to do. For us in the first heat race, it's noticeably slicker out here than what it was even in the first heat race. So just figure it out, run the track in, and get a game plan what to do here in the main event.
Yeah. Man, it's something, and really seeing how the track changes as you drive, it's not, asphalt's more about temperature. Here it's more about track wear, and it's just that it blows my mind how you were actually trying to, drive in control, out of control, and it's pretty cool, to see how you guys handle the track out here. I am ecstatic about actually being up here in the broadcast booth with you guys. Being able to see what you guys can get, be able to make this happen. But a little shout out there to the Stephen King Foundation. Really, it's what they're based off of is really remarkable. The Stephen King Foundation is formed to help dirt track racing community across the country by providing financial assistance to drivers, pit crew members, racing officials, track operations, personnel, or the immediate families of those individuals who suffer serious illness, injury, or death. And what a great foundation that is. I really like to, support, foundations like that look to help other people out. It's not just, help us raise money. We're going to go do something. This is more of, helping more people in need, and that's what you're looking for. So, as we are rounding down to about 1 minute left here, and then we'll be on to our 30-lap feature. So we did see 2 8-lap shootouts here at the end, and then we'll have to see how it fares with these guys toward here in the future, how it ends. So,
and this track will continue to slick up, so you'll see that dark patch just through the middle of the corners. That'll really nail it, and then it becomes more of a game of throttle control. How quick you get back to the throttle, how much you're putting into it to get you through the corners fast, and that's going to be the difference between winning and losing tonight.
Yeah, we are definitely taking a look here from the Michelin Chopper view at those dark patches that you're mentioning, and it is something to keep in mind. Really from your experience, and kind of for the people that don't know, do you aim for the dark patches, or is that really a bad place to be?
The bad place to be. You have absolutely no grip there. You get in here in the middle, and you can spin out easy. When you get back in the throttle, you can spin the tires and lose time. You really try to work your way around it for the most part.
Okay, so and that's another thing is having to change your race line to stay out of the
Yes.
dark spots. So that's something, you know. You know, asphalt. You know, you ride a low line, and then sometimes that high line will work its way around, like we saw at Daytona on Tuesday. You know, and it changes the track, and then the track comes to you. And this one, the track actually goes away from you. So awesome to see. But we'll go ahead and let's get those AJ Custom Creations standings up here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get the grid. Let's get the grid of how we're going to go ahead and get this up here right now. Let's see if this works. All right. Looks like Steven Spees here, Randy Shreves, Joseph Grandy, Jeff Barker, and John. Man, you ended up in the 5th position, so good for you up there. Brendan Lacey, Brandon Templeton, Greg Boydell, Alex Pomerleau goes ahead and survives. He's in the 9th position. Terry Landis in the 10th. Shagnog there in the 11th. Brody Sim, 12th. Bob DeGood survives, ends up 13th. And Nick Vickery all the way in the back here in the 14th position. So we'll have to see how he fares there toward the back. Nick Vickery, I know he's super fast, so we'll have to see how he holds up there on the track. So, I know it's kind of from the outside looking in. We'll talk if we end up under caution. I know you guys race really clean, so that is practically impossible. But I would ask, is there a way to gain incident points other than just contact? I mean, you guys are.
If you hit an inside tire, you see the tires out on the inside. You hit one of those, you get incident point. If you spin out on your own, you get incident points.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't just have to run into somebody. You scrape the wall as you're swinging out of the corner, you can get incident points. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to ruin your night here.
All right. Well, if that's the case, man, I might have to look into that Coast2Coast Racing School as well. You guys teach me how to qualify, driving lines, driver awareness, and setup advice, especially free of charge here. But right now, you guys are under green free of charge, and here you go. So look at you sliding toward the inside there, John. But man, it is starting to stack up already. We're going to move to that blimp view a little bit as you kind of see how these guys are mashing each other together. Oh, man, they are going 3 wide back there. Brandon Templeton, the only one staying out front and away from the issue. Alex Pomerleau in that pink and teal car there, kind of working his way on the inside, but still almost fighting off, keeping off a 3 wide as they're fighting in the back with Terry Landis there. And, oh, man, they're stacking up there in the back. It looks like Shagnog there may have eaten it, and Brendan Lacey, one of those fast cars right there, man, he got tangled up in that one. Not good, and we're going to try to go real quick here to a quick replay. Let's see that 414 get around this turn here. Let's see what exactly came. Outside. Oh, okay, there we go. And he gets in the back of the 513 of Jeff Barker there, and it just turns him around. Bummer. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing back live, back squared away. Not really any damage out of that car, so he should still be able to continue here. He's still got a long list of, a long way to go, starting back there in the 13th position. Not too many guys changed too many spots there. John, you moved up a couple spots. Looks like Brandon Templeton moved up a few spots there. We'll have to see. Boy, look at that, Al. That's kind of chunking around. Man, I don't like that. All right, so Spees goes ahead and remains there in the front in the 55-56. Brandy Shreves there. John, you are in 3rd. Joseph Grandy and Brandon Templeton round out our top 5 here. And really, this is going to be a battle for a lot of these drivers out there, really figuring out how to, where's a good place. As the track kind of wears down, I'm assuming if you're up in these front 3, you're in a safe position. You're not going to be tangling up back there in the top 3.
Yeah, you tend to worry less about guys doing silly stuff when you're up front there because nobody wants their night ruined. So we'll see how that. Hopefully that will hold true here.
All right, yes it will. All right, let's go out to the chat. Bowden Motorsports. He is freaking out because Rob's in the chat. So you guys away from the Roy Racing Revolution, you guys are up here in the chat. Glad to see you here. Stellar Stella out there. Glad to see you here. Yes, this is new here at Dirt for Simtrax Broadcasting, something to see. But if there's something you want to see, check out that 518 of Joseph Grandy there, really slamming it in that turn, door in 56 there a bit, able to keep it through. Man, 3 wide, look how close that's getting. as they got to be super careful. But these guys know exactly what they're doing. Look at how they're stacking up 4 wide there toward the back of where Brody Sim is hanging out there on the outside of that. As it's getting stacked up, John Hine is flying up there. He is right now comfortably in that second place, and he's going to work his way on the outside. So he'll have to see if he can figure out how to get around Steven Spees here as he gets a huge run off that turn, goes ahead and bumps him from the rear, let him know, hey, you kind of cut me off, but that's no fear. These guys have roll cages, and they'll let each other know how to get it done. Ooh, as you got to straighten out through the turn, and Spees is around. Steven Spees is around. How we got that kind of lifetime there, John. We'll ask you your opinion on that spin right there.
It was my fault, but I think Steven might have pushed or something, and I pushed, and yeah, it's kind of a bad deal. Then lucky at I guess for practice there, yeah, I'll own up to that one.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough one. But hey, the 55 landed on all 4 tires, no contact with the wall. All is well. So it looks like Steven,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
and here's the thing: we're teammates. So don't worry about it, trust me.
teammates.
Yep.
Oh, so in that Gambler Motorsports, you guys are turning each other around. No, you guys are supposed to work together.
And, yeah, I was content riding there behind him. But yeah, just got a little close there.
All right, man, and that's kind of a bummer for Steven Spees there. I'm not sure if he kind of blinked out there a little bit. Let's see if he is still out there on the track. It's showing me he might actually be out. I think he might have checked out. It shows he is out of the race at this point. Maybe he doesn't want to fight. Maybe he's not looking to fight those last 23 laps to see if he can fight his way up there. Pace car lights are off. So we'll have to see. That'll be our first guy out into the infield. He's taking that one back to the garage. Kind of a bummer for Steven there. May have to pull him up in the booth, have a little chat, and say, oh, man, it's just kind of racing. But, hey, we have another league right after this to find out how you guys shape up there. But let's get through this one first. 2 cautions. Green flag is out. You are on your way. So John up there in the lead. So we are already starting with Alex Pomerleau sending it 3 wide back here. Holy cow, yeah, this is going to be a tough drive for a lot of these drivers. You see that 014 there from the outside, 414. Brendan Lacey kind of gets kind of a crappy slide there on the bottom. 397 and the 014 connect. And those two, which now has opened up the door for Nick Vickery to slide on his way on through. 7 positions up from where he originally started this race. And as you can see, man, he is just kind of bumping his way through. Nick Vickery, definitely tough out here on the track. Pushing these guys around, letting them know. Boy, Nick Vickery going ahead and changing that line just a little more. Brandon Templeton out here really giving the work here to John Hine there in his 71. We're going to have to see, how the track conditions are going. You see a high line, low line. Does John have enough speed to go ahead and do it? No. No, Brandon Templeton does not have enough, which has now opened up for Brendan Lacey to go ahead and fight on the inside there. So 1, 2, 3, you see right here in the screen. These guys trying to battle it out. Look at that on the inside, outside. No slide job for Brandon Templeton or Brendan Lacey. These 2 guys trying to figure out how to battle each other. Who wants to take on John Hine first? As we got 19 laps to go in this one, 18 at the line. So these guys really pushing each other around. Let's roll back here to Randy Shreves in the 56. He's trying to stay on the outside of that 7 car of Rob DeGood. Looks like he's doing a great job there as the 7. Oh, 56, as we talked with John a little bit, getting in that dark spot has now cost the 56 a lot of time. So the 161 has doored him there a little bit. Kind of gone ahead and sent him a little farther up the track, which has now allowed him to go ahead and get that more favorable line down in front of him. 3 wide, we're back here fighting in that 10th position back there. 7 holds the 8th position out here on the track. And man, you guys, this is something to see. 242, Shagnog there working his way on the bottom after a little tangle up there he had with Steven Spees. Earlier in the race, I am probably wrong on that. I do not believe it was Spees. I think it was somebody else he kind of bumped into getting around here on the track. So we're going to go ahead and rotate back up here and see if Templeton is going to go ahead and try to put a little more move up here for that race line. I see he's within a 10th, so he is eking on the left rear, inside that left rear of that car. Slide job move here, but it looks like Lacey is around. He has caught one of the infield tires and sent him around. So we'll have to see if John Hine has retained the lead and keeps that, because it looked like Templeton almost nosed him out. So we'll have to see how this one ends up. And let's roll back to Lacey. We did see him right there at the bottom of that line here. Stay in this Michelin chopper view. We'll see him roll through the turn here. And it looks like he just gets a little inside. Yep, a little too much on the inside and catches one of those tires. We'll kind of keep an eye on him here in just a second. Yeah, good job not going up the track and really catching anybody else, and see if he's got any left front tire damage. All right, looks like the car is rolling pretty straight right about now. All righty. Man, and here we go. You guys are stacking up something fierce out here, and really as another one, another caution. You guys, it's nothing against you guys. It's just kind of another bummer there. But that was a Malcolm Mills mill riding replay based in Oakland, Ontario, Canada. Malcolm Mills Mill Riding is a full-service mill riding contractor featuring custom welding, fabricating, and servicing industrial clients. Check them out at mmmillriding.com or on Facebook. Man, I always say it's easier to find people on these Facebook or these social media. I figure that's how some of you guys find me out here in the chatting with me there on YouTube or Facebook. Man, you guys can find me at simtracksbroadcasting.com as we go ahead and see if we can get another Mission 22 restart on the way here. But John Hine is right now, he fought up from that 5th position there. He's up 4 spots from where he is, and away we go back under green. So there he goes. He's got to get on that loud pedal soon, because Brandon Templeton right back at it, sending him under fire. As it looks like, oh yeah, a lot faster into the turn. As it looks like a little nudge there on the left rear of his machine. So we're gonna kind of keep a look here at the lead here, as to see if that 31 is going to slide up in front of John here. As a quick battle there. Look at everybody kind of staying on that outside line. Seems to be the favorable spot right now. Let's get a little higher in the Goodyear blimp. Another slide up too, but do they have enough to cross over? John Hine really sticks it to him and sends him back, which has now moved Brandon Templeton there to the 3rd position. No harm, no foul for John Hine up here in the lead, and looks like he's going to run away with it a little bit. Let's go back here to Pomerleau, who's having a whole lot of trouble here on the outside of a 4-wide setup. The 7, Bob DeGood, definitely gets into, it looks like Brennan Lacey there toward the back. Brendan Lacey having a hard time. That 414 now rolling all the way back here in the 11th position. We saw him catch the tires earlier, and he's trying to keep this thing good. Greg Boydell, he's still working on that 397 of Alex Pomerleau there, and we are under caution. Looks like a big pile up here in the back. Have to see kind of what happened here. All right, let's rotate back and let's see what it says happened here. Take a little look here at Jeff Barker. Says something might have happened here. Oh, all right, it looks like the 242 got around. That's where everybody else collected in there. So the 242 of Shagnog there has gone ahead and eaten it. I may be out and sent this one. He is in pit right now, and we'll see how if that 242 can maintain or get back out there on the track. Definitely a bummer for him there. Wow, this is John, this is some wild racing, man. Especially this is kind of my debut dirt race here with the Coast to Coast Racing League. This is you guys are pretty fast at this. I know you guys run a lot faster cars, even the big winged ones. Really, it's you guys have a wide plethora of different classes you guys run here.
Yeah, got some for everybody here, and a lot of different skill sets and things that are needed here. These cars are one of the trickier ones, to be honest with you. I know they're not the speed of the sprint cars, but they're still a handful.
Yeah, I know you guys, even the Pro Late models you guys run here, the Ultra Modifieds you guys run here, the 305s, 360s, man, even the 400s, I've seen you guys out here. But right now, under green, 8 to go. So, John, you are out there in the lead, still giving a good push. So we'll see. I believe somebody like Nick Vickery, I think he's going to be our guy to keep an eye on here, because that 00 is up 10 spots from where he started. He started, I think, 1 away from the back, and he's still fighting his way. He has made it up to the 3rd. out of trouble, and he now goes ahead and makes a move. So now he's going to take a look there at Joseph Grandy there in the 518. So maybe a little late turn entry. Yes, he does. A little late turn entry has now allowed him to catch up to the 518 of Joseph Grandy. So he's got to be careful, as Nick Vickery is definitely starting to put the moves on him and set this up. But we are back under caution. And we will have to see what happened. I believe Greg Boydell here may be our culprit. So let's go ahead back to the replay here. Greg Boydell here in the 014 car. It's that dark spot. Oh, boy, yeah, and just gets in a 3-wide mashup there with that other car. Man, I hate when that happens. You know, you get a good race line going, and then, man, you just get tangled up with the wrong person.
Yeah, it's definitely getting frustrated here and doing stuff that we were, doing different things with the controls and steering wheel that you wouldn't be doing early on in the race. So, yeah, just a handful here tonight. All
right. Yeah, and I know after tonight, man, I know you were going to go out and find out who to fix the antenna on your cars, because your mic is quote garbage. But we'll get it fixed, man. All right, but here we are. So John Hine, Joseph Grandy, Nick Vickery, Brandon Templeton, and Alex Pomerleau out here running your top 5 right now. Brody Sim, Jeff Barker, Randy Shreves there, and Terry Landis in the 9th. And let's see. Oh boy. As I go ahead and mix up. Hold on just a second, ladies and gentlemen, as we go ahead and get this squared back away. And I believe Bob did good here in the 10th position. Greg Boydell there in the 11th. Unfortunate move there. And Brendan Lacey, I believe Lacey has gone ahead and taken out. So Lacey, Shagnog, and Spees there. Out there. Last final 3 have not made it. Back under green. Here we go. As we're taking a quick look from this area right there, you have got to go ahead and keep this under green. We are 5 to go in the final stages of this feature race here. And we'll have to see how this goes ahead and gets pulled around, as John may go ahead and take away this fun. It is a fun week, but you may go ahead and take away the win here tonight, as you were getting pushed, getting a good gap there, about half a second. So I know yeah, playing that throttle there a little bit is going to definitely take it. But John kind of hits that dark spot up there toward the top, and now is allowed Grandy to get caught up. Vickery down there toward the bottom trying to make a move, and is now slid up into the 2nd position. Oh, man, that 00 got super hot into that turn and was just not able to hold it as he now falls back to the 3rd, back out of contention. But, man, he's about to slide up, bam, right there into Brandon Templeton, and turns Templeton around. Yeah, Templeton really didn't have anywhere to go on that one, and he's probably going to take that one off the track. That is very, very late in the race, and yeah, that is going to do it for Templeton there. Let's go ahead and do a quick replay here. And we saw how that unfolded before. Bam, just right there. That's not what you want to see, but still, regardless, we are back there. John, do we have green, white checker flags here, bud?
We do. We have 2 shots out of here. This next green will be the start of one.
All right. Well, I'm sure you did not want to see another caution come out. You were able to get good separation there, but a little hot into 1 and 2 there kind of slowed you down, allowing Grandy to get caught back up. So you'll have to give it another shot. I believe Nick Vickery, that'll be probably our 4th guy out. So we got 10 drivers left on the track, and just goes to show you what a brawl this is going to be. I'm sure we'll see Brandon Templeton again. We'll find him in a later race here. We'll actually, at the end of this race, have a chat with a couple of our drivers out here and move on to our next league for the race here tonight. We'll see where they end up. Let's see, and I believe Thursday we're going to be looking at the fixed 358s after this, the Super Dirt cars. So we'll see those cars out there after this. 2 to go here with the caution. John's going to go ahead and take this one back to a green flag. I believe the pace car is off, and we're going to go ahead and get back underway on this one. Appreciate you all coming and joining us here. Robert Rader Templeton is going to be mad about that one. These guys are all friends. You know, they get it. That, you know, things like that happen. But I know Vickery definitely putting a hard move on that. Definitely caused an issue, and I think Vickery ended up with a end of line penalty. So Vickery is out. Templeton resumes in the 10th position. So Templeton is going to continue here, and away we go. So John Hine takes the white flag. So what happens now. Away he goes. He has now got a half a second gap, and it is his to lose at this point. 2 more turns to get around through 3, through 4, and John Hine going to go ahead and take the win here at Lucas Oil Speedway for the UMP division. Awesome job there, bud.
Yeah, I like it. The slicker it gets, the better I like. I like the tracks.
All right. Great job there, bud. Great job. So John Hine, Joseph Grandy, and Alex Pomerleau there. Go ahead and finish this one here. Let's go ahead and get our results up here on the screen of how this one ended up. Hine, Grandy, Pomerleau, Barker, and Shreves, top 5. Brody Sim, DeGood, Landis, Boydell, and Templeton for your top 10. Vickery, Lacey, Shagnon, and Spees there to round out the final 14 that we have here at the track. So I know Spees, man, he was super fast here, and that just didn't work out for him right toward the end. But let's go ahead and have a chat there with Pomerleau and see what what he has to say there. And let's see, Alex Pomerleau, you got a copy on us here, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, really, dude, walk me through the the finals of this race here.
I don't know. This car is very, very tough to drive. I think I don't drive this car about 6 months, and that track is very slick, and the car was very, 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 very slick and tough to drive. But I said I'm sorry to all the guys to drive into the 3rd position. But I think for the practice race, we got a race car and a great finish for him.
Yeah.
For me, sorry.
Yeah, and no fear, man. I mean, one of those things. It's the beginning of a long night. We're still at a fun week, and really, it's no push for points or anything like that. It's just kind of get a feel for everybody. People new drivers out here on the track and getting used to everything. But dude, still great driving. I knew you were part of a 4-wide situation there toward the back, and you seem to hold your own. I don't think there's really many cars out there that didn't end up with a scratch on it. But great job out there, Alex. And man, go ahead and give me some of your shout outs here, bud.
Yeah, to all my teams, ATR from my cousin to 42 car, ADR. We go to the 358 modify. We have Apex Design for the all wrap in the big block, and G Fuel, Big Nail, and Fox Racing Shots, and all to Canadian and especially Quebecers watching the stream every week, and to you guys for doing a great job in the broadcast booth.
All right, Alex. Appreciate it, bud, and hope to see you the next series. And we'll see you here in a few minutes here, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Alex. Here he is. But man, really, we gotta get up to our 2nd place guy. Joseph Grandy, he's kind of saw it all happen in front of him here. And Joseph, man, dude, fast car tonight. You kind of saw a lot of things happen. You did see Vickery try to work on the inside of you. You did see Brandon Templeton try to work on the side. What was the key to keeping disciplined and try to really hunt John Hine down?
Just keeping my wheels straight. Honestly, I've only driven those cars a few times, but I think I finally got the hang of it.
All right. What's different about these cars than most of the other cars that you drive?
You got you can't really hammer it out of the turn as much as the other cars. I think you gotta kind of feather it out, at least for me. And you can't. I don't hammer it all the way down in general anyway, so I just kind of keep it right above the red.
All right. Well, how was the track situation out there? Did it start getting slick? Do you like it more slick, or do you like having the more traction and being able kind of really not having to steer as much around the turn?
Honestly, I don't feel it as much in the UMPs as I do in the other ones. So, but I was riding the top, so I was staying away from the slick anyway. So.
All right. Well, man, we'll go ahead and get you hurried up into the next series. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs here, bud, for all the people out there watching you and the sponsors on the car.
I just like to thank Coast2Coast for everything they do and putting up the races.
All righty, Joseph, and great job here today, bud, and we'll catch back up with you, bud.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
All right. And of course, of course, John, up here in the booth, man. Great job tonight. how you got around the deal. You know, you did make some contact with some of those cars out there. I'm assuming most of it was unintentional, but things like that do happen. You know, what are we looking at for the next series?
Well, yeah, I definitely feel a little bit bad. I do apologize again to Steven Spies. I did get into him there, just misjudged how fast he was going. But the other contact with Templeton, man, he threw that fighter, and then I just had no time to react to it. I couldn't slow down or do anything. He threw it in there pretty good, and I don't even think he was going to make the corner anyway. He looked like he was going up and over that edge. So, but you know what? It's a pretty neat track. It's the newest one here in iRacing. It's been a lot of fun. It looks up real nice, and cool thing was it was a completely different line than what we were running in the winged sprint cars last night.
All right. Well, fantastic job by you tonight. I know you've got to get running here, bud. I've been talking to you all night, so you don't get that much time in the booth here with me as a race winner. So hopefully we'll be able to see how you get going around this next track, man. I mean, we are still staying at Lucas Oil, but we are getting ready to line up for the fixed 358s shows here on the deal. So, man, you go ahead. Let's go ahead and get you locked and loaded and over to that, and we'll get all our viewers chasing us with us, bud. Great job tonight. We'll see how you fare in the next series.
All right, man. Thank you.
All righty, and there's John right there, man. And if you guys stick around, we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to run down these guys running for the next class series, the 358s. So everybody's not really used to the UMPs. 358s, we'll kind of see how they handle. These guys are used to running those, so we'll see how those all go and get those underway. Thank you for joining us on that one, and stay tuned.
future in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Alrighty, and we are back. Fixed 358s here tonight, sponsored by Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. I mean, that's going to be a super exciting one. Some of these cars should look pretty familiar this time. You know, those UMPs are a little bit of those, kind of those testing tracks, especially for those newcomers down toward the bottom. But now we're starting to get up more toward the big dogs. You know, these guys are going to be running a lot faster and a lot more toward the front. So it's going to be still pretty tough for these drivers. Let's go ahead back to that race info, see if anything has changed. We're at 74 degrees and a lot less humidity this time. So I don't know if the track is going to change how these drivers kind of approach this one. So it is going to be tough. Good 69-degree temperature out there, for the track, especially running dirt here. So I believe these guys are getting ready to qualify here for the ABR setup shop. With more than 7 years of iRacing experience and three-time iRacing World Outlaw Sprint Car Series World Champion Alex Bergeron there is your coach and your setup builder for iRacing. The goal is to make you the fastest on the track without any exceptions. Don't look any farther than ABR Setup Shop offers weekly official racing setups, custom setup requests for your specific races, and most importantly, one-on-one coaching sessions. Man, really, this is going to be a great one here tonight. We're going to see if we can find a couple of the guys out here going ahead and turning some laps. We remember Brandon Templeton from the last race, since you guys decided to stay tuned in with me back in that 31 car. Seems he's a lot more familiar with this one right here. You know, you see how he's handling it out there on the track. They get the trucks out there that go ahead and scuff up that track and go ahead and let him give it another run. So it'll be a little bit better shape than they were last time. You kind of see that dark spot higher on the track. But still, after practice, after qualifying, we're going to have a few heats here, and then we'll do the same thing kind of we did last time, or invert that field and then send them to the feature. I'm excited to see how that feature ends up. But we had a couple cautions last time. I think everybody else is going to go ahead and give it another go. So let's go ahead and see where these guys ended up here. Templeton up there in the top. Moreno there in the second. Lawson third. We'll have to see if anybody out there goes ahead and see if they can get it done. Boydell there in the 10th position. He's still there. New driver Logan Wentz, he's there. So let's see if Pomerleau's still out there on the track. There we go. Pomerleau there in the 397. He is broken into the top 10. See if he can go ahead and squeeze any more out of that car. Get his way toward the end here. Brendan Lacey just broke into the 8th position. So he's now swung up. And we got about another minute of qualifying here. I believe everybody may have gone ahead and placed a time. I think Joseph Grandy here. I think he's out there trying to get a couple laps in real quick. And Butch Baker has not qualified yet either. So the 518 and the 97 have not gone out there yet. Joseph Grandy. Definitely a veteran out here on the dirt. A lot of big wins out of him. A lot of racing from that 518 car. So we'll see where he ends up. Kind of a slow start on that one. 21st position. 20th. And he may be doing that kind of on purpose. You know, definitely to get a different strategy going into these heats there, guys. So we'll have to see how this one works its way out when we get to the lineup for the next heat. All right. Qualifying is over. Heat 1. All right, here we go. So, Heat 1, starting out, Butch Baker up in the front. Going ahead and getting this one set up for him. Let's see if we can get a better view of these drivers. There we go. Jeff Barker. All right, so Butch Baker in first. Logan Wentz second. Jeff Barker third. Brandon Templeton starting fourth. Greg Boydell there in the fifth. Michael Vitale there in the 6th position. John Hine up here in the booth with me yet again here in the 71 machine, starting 7th, and Preston Cranmer there in the 8th. So 8 cars here, and we'll have to see if the top 4 can survive. So John Hine here has a lot of room to He's got to make up some time. Greg Boydell here, he's sitting there in the 5th position. So really, Brandon Templeton's kind of your cutoff mark. So that 31, he's got to kind of keep held there and keep a good shot for him. That way he doesn't end up farther back in the feature there. I believe that is Logan Wentz there in the 18 Dubby car. Good to see that car out here. Another Dubby sponsor. You'll also find the Dubby sponsor down there in link that I normally post on there. I did not do it tonight. If you use actually SimTrax, and they'll go ahead and knock that down for you. Nice little coupon code for you going to get those Dubby energy drinks. I mean, that stuff is pretty good. Those guys are out of stock, and they're trying their darndest to get that stuff back in stock. I know they got a couple shakers, but I think those are already gone. So hard to get, but what's going is gone. And right now, Butch Baker going ahead and taking this one away under green flag. The 97 car working his way toward the inside and pulling away. 513 doing a little slide move there in front of the 18, Logan Wentz. Falling back a position, but dives in hard into that turn, and now sliding his way toward the outside. And he's definitely got his work cut out for him as we got 7 left to go here as the 21. Look at him going ahead and sending that 3 wide, kind of getting doored by the 014 of Greg Boydell there on the inside. 31. Oh, man. As John Hine is on the outside of that one, as it looks like Preston Cranmer went ahead and hit the tires there in the back, which has now moved John Hine and Vitale there in the back. These guys are definitely have to shovel up. Brandon Templeton still your cutoff guy for the 4th position here in the 31 machine, but he's definitely getting worked by Greg Boydell there on the inside. See if they can go ahead and get slid around there. Those two connect. Tires connect. His car's bouncing around, which is now going to give John Hine in the 71 a good shot. But he is not being uncontested here. He's almost 3 wide, getting squeezed in there by Vitale there on the bottom. Good racing out here by these guys. 4 to go. So we're halfway through as we get this one underway here on the dirt. Jeff Barker trying to put some moves, looking to see if he can squeeze for the lead. Works his way on the outside, but does not have the speed to carry it completely through. So we'll have to see if the 513 of Jeff Barker can get around Butch Baker of the 97, but he does not on that turn either. So we'll have to see how this gets going as the 513 straightens it out in the turn and the 97 stays low. Good to see. These guys definitely choosing different race lines. The 014 moving on the inside of Logan Wentz. And the 18 there, definitely a tumble up from some of these drivers. Boy, the 18 car having to get worked out there. 513, look at him. Watch out. As the 513 kind of gets straightened up on the inside of that turn there. And now is seeing his life flash before his eyes as that right front tire is almost in the cockpit of that guy's car. Checkered flag is out as we come up to the line. Butch Baker, Jeff Barker, Logan Wentz, and Greg Boydell. Top 4. Brandon Templeton, John Hine, Michael Vitale in the 7th, and Preston Cranmer in the 8th. So that'll do it for our first heat. So let's go ahead and get to our second heat. Yeah, boy, they didn't waste any time here at this track getting these guys lined up. So let's get this off the bat right now. Alex Pomerleau, Brendan Lacey, Nick Vickery, and Anthony Morano there in the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Charles Weaver here in the 511. Stephen Goldner there in the 30. We'll see how Terry Landis there looks. I believe he's in the 8th position, and Randy Shreves there. We saw him last race. He's going to be starting back there in the, I believe, in the 7th position there on the inside line. So this is going to be another tumble up for you guys. I hope you are super excited about this. John, man, from that last heat, what do you take away from the track? How is it different from the UMP cars?
It's a lot harder to pass. These tires on these cars are a lot wider. So with this track having a lot of tack in it, everybody's just going the same speed. So it's going to be tough for the guys here, but it's going to be close racing. That's what it's going to give us.
All righty. And I am not sure, but is this track new to the update?
Yes, came out 2 days ago.
Okay, I thought so because
we're learning together.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I remember Lucas Oil. I remember it being an asphalt track, but here we are on dirt. So I don't know if it's kind of a Bristol switch up or if this is its track in its own.
Whole new track. The Lucas Oil asphalt is actually Indianapolis Raceway Park. It's a whole different track. It's over in Indy. This one here is in Wheatland, Missouri.
All righty. More you know, look at that. So good color guy would know that. And the way they go. We are under green flag. Alex Pomerleau. It is his race to lose at this point as he gets a great jump there. Brendan Lacey looking to redeem himself from that last race. He caught the tire earlier, and he's going to work his way on the outside. Pomerleau, man, he is seeing that one coming. Got to be careful as that 414 working that outside line. Apparently, he's got a lot more grip up there toward the top. 397 having to get his work cut out for him. Let's go ahead and move that Michelin chopper view up top. Side by side, these guys dive into the turn. Look at that, almost like synchronized swimming. These two guys sliding same time, same line, just one a little lower than the other. That is amazing work by these two guys, but they break that up and the two of them connect. Brandon Lacey and Alex Pomerleau, but right now Lacey leads, Pomerleau leads. So it's kind of give and take per turn here, but it looks like Brendan Lacey there going to go ahead and eke that out. Can he go ahead and maintain? But it may be a 2-for-1 as it looks like Nick Vickery is working on the outside. He saw that work. And just stick to that line, and it's making it happen. Nick Vickery is stabbing on the outside there, keeping the 397 lower than he wants to be, which is not really giving him that wind up and slide into the turn. As boy, it looks like Stephen Goldner there had a little trouble sliding into that turn there, and boy, man, he got close to that tire. That 30 machine's got to be careful. I know he's trying to move his way up front. But let's go ahead and stay up front here with Nick Vickery. We saw what happened last race, and he's looking to kind of get a better shot at this, especially in these wider, heavier cars. And as we heard what John Hine there said, he said, wider tires. So these things are tacking up. I noticed these cars are going pretty fast here. 2 to go out here on the dirt. This is definitely a tumble up for these guys. Right now, biggest mover, Steven Goldner, into the 4th position in his 30 machine. You kind of see eking into our camera view here. White flag is out. Looks like Brennan Lacey, Nick Vickery. Nick Vickery's trying one last time to see if he can squeak it on that outside line. Pushes him into the wall. All right. And Vickery's going to pay him for that one as they stack up in turn 1 there. Brendan Lacey, Nick Vickery, Pomerleau, Goldner. There for your top 4 on that one. Wow. All right. So it looks like we're up to another heat here. All right. That was a bang-up job by a lot of those guys. And John, man, if you're checking out my stream there, man, you want to run us through the top 8 on this one?
Sure. Yeah, on the 13th race, we're going to start on the pole is going to be the 790 of Dean Reynolds. Next to him will be the 242 of Marc-Antoine Chagnon. Starting third tonight is going to be the 110 of Kenny Wheeler. Next to him will be the number 9 of Brian Lawson. Bob DeGood and Jeff Kemper to take up the next row, and rounding out the field is going to be the 518 of Joseph Grandy and the 25 of Gary Sigelkow.
Man, great job, bud. Great job, because a lot of those names I've been butchering all night, and I was not ready for that one. Sigelkow, that is cool. I like that name. Sigelkow in that 25 machine. I like that. Good paint job, too. All right. I know that's one of our sponsors on the 7, that ABR. That must be that setup shop for the qualifying session. Looking good, but all right, let's go ahead and get this one underway. Showing right here, green flag, but holding?
Well, that was bizarre.
Yeah, we're missing something here. Get that blimp view up here toward the top and see what's going on here. Pace car's off.
The green went out. Yeah, the green flag went out. It was should have been the one to go. But that's all right. The guys figured it out and got it back together. They're going to launch here.
Huh. All right. How about a little camaraderie there, a little miscommunication, and everybody just kind of maintains. All right. And away we go. Wow, look at that. Dean Reynolds going ahead and hanging out there on the outside in that 790. Kelly Wheeler there in the 110, trying to definitely see if they can get worked around on that one. Almost 3 wide into that turn. So now Dean Reynolds, his job is to try to stay out front. Oh, boy. And it looks like Brian Lawson is around. No caution. But we continue. So Dean Reynolds, Kelly Wheeler here out there in the front. So that's going to hurt for Brian Lawson there. Falling back 4 spots, and now he's in the 8th. So he was the cutoff, and now he is no longer. Away they go, still pulling away on this track. 7 car of Bob DeGood. I know he ended up in a little trouble in the last race as well, but he's still out there fighting for it in that 4th position in the 7 machine. Doing a fantastic job out there for him. Joseph Grandy. We'll have to see how he turns out. He kind of had a slow qualifying time, but he's putting that work on that 7 car right now, but he's got to make it happen. 3 to go. Working toward the inside there. Look at that. Is really sticking it to it, but Grandy decides to take that low line. Interesting to see, but it seems that high line definitely has a lot more speed out of that car. So Joseph Grandy in the 518 got to pick up a little bit of speed here if he wants to get past that cutoff for the front there. But right now, Dean Reynolds in the 790 up in that purple car toward the front, doing a fantastic job. Really not paying attention to that mirror where Kelly Wheeler is, but he might have wanted to do that as you see them clip right there on the left rear with the white flag out. Definitely trying to give it one last shot. 7 actually turns, looks like a Chagnon there, turns them away, and away they go. Oh no. Dean Reynolds, Kelly Wheeler, Jeffrey Kemper, and Sigelkow there for the top 4. Grandy, DeGood, Lawson, and the 242. Boy, that was that was a bummer there. Definitely see a couple of those guys get turned around. Heat 3 was brought to you by 21 Designs. Here at 21 Designs, we make wraps for all dirt racing needs. In addition, we also do 1/18th scale RC wraps. cool. So even little RCs you can get the wrap for. They appreciate everyone's support that is trusted in us doing their wraps and their paints. Check them on Facebook at 21 iRacing Designs. All right. A lot of these guys out here going to go ahead and turn some more laps. You know, interesting to see them turn more laps. I would almost think, you know, maybe it's interested in them slicking it up here. You know, to kind of, you know, maybe, you know, see if we get a preferred line. You notice how the scuffed up top part of that track where no one's really touching. These guys are rubbing the outside of it now. Definitely trying to mat it down. So awesome to see. So new for SimTrax Broadcasting to Dirt, and new tracks for these guys to race. You know, that's only a couple days old. So we're all doing a lot of new things here tonight. Glad you guys are with us. John Hine in the booth here with me. Patrick Morrison at SimTrax Broadcasting, as always. And really, what a great great running it is here tonight. You know, a lot of guys able to show up. 18, 19, 24. Right now, I'm showing 24 drivers out here on, you know, loaded in. 17 are out on the track right now. All right. Got about just over another minute of warm-up time. You know, make the adjustments to the cars, see how the tires feel on the dirt, and go back out there and give it another shot. Because this is the time. This is where we're gonna make it happen as we get this done. But you know, go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about Flatline Racing Bodies. Quality racing bodies produced by former NASCAR regional short track champion Dan Chapman in the iRacing hotbed of Clarence, Iowa. Go ahead and check out Flatline Racing Bodies. All right, man. And you got to look at something else, John. How many sponsors sponsor you guys here at Coast to Coast? You guys are a huge organization.
Yeah, a lot of people make this thing go around, and we're thankful for each and every one of them.
Absolutely. You know, and you guys being able to hold so many, you know, different broadcasting crews. You guys actually had me twice this week, which is a real treat. I appreciate you guys bringing me up here in the booth for a second night this week. Definitely working overtime, trying to make sure I can get as much of this and learn as fast as possible. I'm definitely an asphalt guy, but I am new to dirt, and I'm learning a lot as we go. You know, man, you guys really know how to get around on the track. White flag is out, warm-up is complete, so these guys are going to go ahead and shut this one down here. Let's go ahead and we're going to get you through our grid here. And we let the dogs out for you, starting lineup. All right, let's go ahead and get that up here. All right. Butch Baker, Brendan Lacey in row 1. Dean Reynolds, Jeff Barker, row 2. Nick Vickery starting out row 3. Kelly Wheeler in 6th place. Wentz Pomerleau in 7, 8, 9. Jeffrey Kemper, Boydell in the 10th position. So he's already got a good top 10 there. Just got to keep it. Sigel Cal there in the 11th. Goldner in 12th. Morano there 13th, 14th. We are looking at, boy, it would help if I helped you guys along here, wouldn't it? 14th, Grandy 15th. John Hine there back in the 16th position. He's got a lot of work to do with Randy Shreves there in the 17th. Bob DeGood there in the 18th. Michael Vitale there 19th. Terry Landis 20th. Brian Lawson 21st. Preston Cranmer 22nd. Charles Weaver 23rd. I'll get your name here, Mark, in the 24. We'll see how you get around the track here tonight. Get this pushed around for the 24 drivers out here on the track. So, and that'll wrap it up here. Man, I can't wait to see how this one gets around. And the pace car lights, I believe, are off. So we are getting ready to see what Butch Baker can put on this field up front. Look at how these cars stack up here as they get ready to take this one under green. I definitely expect probably somewhere around that 9 to 14 position is going to be a tough one. But, you know, we've seen Dean Reynolds and Brendan Lacey. They definitely get really hands-on and want to get going. As you can see, the torque from those engines pick up the left side of those cars, and away they go. We are under green flag, so here is the first push from these drivers. Let's see if we can go ahead and get a more outside view. As you see, a lot of contact there. Looks like Brendan Lacey's there jamming each other into the turn. Dean Reynolds definitely getting tangled up, and the 414 of Brendan Lacey. Holy cow, is the beginning of a massive pileup. Massive pile up. A lot of vehicles collected in that one. A lot of vehicles collected. And these guys calm down. We're going to go ahead and get back there to Brendan Lacey, kind of see what unfolded here. You see them going almost 5 wide here in the back. Let's go ahead and get that replay underway. 181 back there. Lacey does make contact with the leader up here, right in that pinch. And that just kind of sends it after that. Definitely not good for that driver right there, trying to get some of those guys piling up there. I know Pomerleau was back there as well in the 397. We see up there at the top of our screen the 414 turned around.
You want to see a crazy view, go to my in-car and watch me navigate through that.
All right, and we will do that. It looks like Pomerleau just skates out of that one. 414. Not happy about that one, I am sure. So let's go ahead and get back there to, let's see where you are, 71. Let's go ahead and take a in-cockpit view of this. Boy, you see that dirt build up on that camera right here. Let's see, so right as they enter that turn, you see him bump off the wall, and then just kind of takes over. See how John handles this. Oh, look out, look out. Oh, man, good job. Good job. Little bump there with the 397 right there at the end, but no harm, no foul. You guys are meant to bump and bang out there. Fantastic job, bud. Wow.
Yeah, that one was a Code Brown moment.
All right. And I think that may be another YouTube short out there for a little wreck avoidance. Great job out there, John. So, all right. So, now up in the top 10. Butch Baker, Dean Reynolds, Jeff Barker, Nick Vickery goes ahead, stays in the 4th position. He's up 1, but we are under green, and away they go. Brandon Templeton, I believe, is our guy in the 5th position. Still working it there. Let's go ahead and get that tower up there as these guys are shuffling around a little bit. We're having a little bit of trouble with our ticker there, but we'll get it straightened out. Dean Reynolds in the 790 here. See how they get around. Try to pop out a little farther. I want to make sure you guys can see as much of this track as possible. Some of these guys are trying to take a battle. They're going 4 wide back here in the 10th position. Ooh, hard shot. Hard shot. As they're, oh man, look at them. How they're stacking up, getting through these turns. It is not looking good for some of these drivers here toward the back. Looks like I believe the 21, the 31 of Brandon Templeton there. Oh man, hits the wall. We just got to him, and now Brandon Templeton in the infield. No caution yet. Wow, no caution. All right, we are going to continue. Looks like his car is not broken as we are taking a look here at Logan Wentz. Logan Wentz now got hit, pushed into the wall, turned around backwards, and that will bring out a caution. Boy, good thing for iRacing, because that last driver there on that one, that could have been really, really bad. Wow.
I have another Code Brown moment for me.
Yeah, that was a bad one on that. Let's go ahead and roll that one back there a little bit. We just came up here to watch that 18 machine of Logan Wentz. Looks like might have gotten doored by the 518 or the 30. The 30 kind of clipped him. And then after that, it was just a pile up from there. Look at you squeaking by. Using 32's right side to keep alive. But I think somebody comes up and, hits him right dead square. 414. Looks like Brendan Lacey again. Getting in a lot of trouble. Not good. And I got to see right here who mushes through. The 014. Greg Boydell. All right, man. You guys are really hammering these cars to pieces. So we'll have to see how we get back there. Not sure if Logan Wentz is broken here. See, Logan Wentz is kind of moving around there a little bit. 24 laps to go out of this 30-lap feature. We'll have to see how we get going. Pace car is off. So let's go ahead and get our way back up front here. Car is sliding around there toward the back. That was kind of weird. All right. Butch Baker still leading the race. Dean Reynolds, Nick Vickery, Jeff Barker, and Pomerleau going ahead and still remaining up here in the top 5. We'll have to see how this gets going here. All right, there we go. There's a better view that I like to see. Kind of out here toward the outside. Looks like Nick Vickery there. Kind of bouncing around. Definitely having a good fight there on the inside. We'll have to see. As you see that track starting to darken up there on the inside. So that more favored line will be toward the top. 181 of Jeffrey Kemper there, definitely getting hammered around. Got pushed out of the, out of the way, and back he goes. He finally settles down back there in the 10th place, so definitely now it's starting to have that accordion effect back there as we see John watching it happen in front of him. These two guys spinning each other out as he's on there on the outside as somebody's right there. Man, I do not know how you guys drift with somebody on the inside of your left rear tire, but you guys do it each and every turn as you doing it right now. They're on the inside. Great move there, John, not to put that guy into the wall. For us here on asphalt, that is the most dangerous turn we see as we see these guys 4 wide now going through turn 2 there. What a battle it is here in the back 30 with Steven Goldner there taking that very inside line. Same way my grandfather drove back in the old dirt and asphalt track. Stay on the inside, out of trouble, but he does not stay out of trouble. He hits the tires. Oh no, hits the tires. Brendan Lacey, let's get up to him. 9th position in his 414 car, staying alive up there toward the top. Working and fighting his way back into the top 10, doing a really good job, going ahead and keeping alive. Watch out for that 7 car. Bob DeGood there, going ahead and sending it really hard into those turns. So let's get up here where John Hine is. Looks like he's getting into a lot of trouble there as we see Pomerleau gets bumped out of the top 5, and away he goes back to the 8th position. So a lot of switching up here, except really for that top 3. Butch Baker, Dean Reynolds, and Nick Vickery staying all in one piece, 1, 2, and 3. These guys, I guess, just waiting it out maybe to the end. But as I say that, Nick Vickery tries to take a little peek toward the inside of the top 3 there, wants that 2nd place, but Dean Reynolds doesn't look too interested in giving it up because Dean Reynolds in the 790 is looking to push past Butch Baker in the 97. As these guys look at following side, one behind the other like a mother goose and the little chicks behind, trying to see if they can go ahead and get this one underway. 15 laps to go as we come to the line, and it is going to be a battle here toward the end. Not too much. They may be kind of calming down a little bit, but Nick Vickery's looking toward the inside, trying to see if he can slide up, but not enough speed for him. And maybe he might try it one more time. No, stays high side, same way everybody else. Single file all the way back to, it looks like about where Jeffrey Kemper is, diving there toward the bottom, I believe. No, I take that back. That will be Pomerleau, and we are under caution. Looks like Grandy may have eaten it there. Let's see if we can take a look back here at Grandy and see if something happened to his vehicle. It shows him in pit. So let's go ahead, rotate back with a quick replay here and kind of see what happened here. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So let's take a look at Grandy. How he's getting around the track here. Oh, another victim of the tires. Yeah, kind of spins on his lid. All right. Well, if there's one, we're gonna do another one. We're gonna roll that one back, and I want to take a ride along with Grandy here during that caution and kind of see what it looks like, because he is spinning on his roof like a top. Here we go. Tire. He's okay, but that extra little clip right there. Oh, man. And he definitely has to get a tow bill for that one. All right. So let's go ahead and get us back live. Let's see what we got out here on the track. Grandy is still in pit, still probably being towed. All right. All right. Butch Baker still leading this race. Still leading this race. Stella out there. You must have been talking back out there at those heats. Something like that would have never happened in NASCAR. Waiting patiently. Especially for that heat to start. Is it a Canadian thing? I do not know. I mean, that was amazing. I've never seen, where people, stack up and then, really didn't push each other. So Butch Baker going to take us to our next green flag here as they get ready to get lined up. Man, that is so crazy to see the pace car duck off so soon. So soon. All right, Butch Baker, Dean Reynolds, Nick Vickery going to have another shot at this. John Hine is up 11 positions up there to the 5th, and he'll have to see how he can get it done. But Brendan Lacey in that 414, super excited. He's going to be ready to push. Nick Vickery there, he's trying to make a move there toward the inside, but just does not have enough. And as you see, as the track wears down, you're just running out of options of where to put your car. Really where to get enough speed, get enough traction around the track here. Let's rotate back here to Randy Shreves here in the 56 machine. Oh boy, as he stays out there in front of Pomerleau, who's looking to try to get back in contention. He still has a top 10, but he's still fighting to figure out his way around. So now we're starting to separate 2 wide here in the back, high line and low line. 397 of Alex Pomerleau looking right at the back door of Randy Shreves. They're going to hold, probably push him around the track here if he doesn't get out of the way. Randy Shreves in that 56, definitely going to have to reconsider. But, man, that was a great line right there as he pulls away. Now Steven Goldner is going to go ahead and give Pomerleau. Pomerleau thought he had it pulled away, but he does not. Little move there. Looks like Vitali here in the 213. He's moved up 7 spots from where he started. Oh, boys, they squeeze 4 wide right there at the end. Good squeeze there by him, going ahead and getting his way up into the 11th position outside of a 3-wide condition, and we are under caution. Man, I thought we were going to be able to go ahead and keep this one alive. And it looked like somebody got tangled up back here. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. It's showing somebody up here in the lead. All right, nothing there. Pace car out. Grandy's still there. Preston. I am not sure. We might have to try to roll this back and see if we can find something here and see what exactly happened and brought this caution out. The ticker's telling me right now everybody's crashed. Now I know that's impossible.
It can feel like that out here sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely having some trouble with you guys getting around the track and sliding. It does not liking what it's seeing. That is for sure. Have to kind of see what brought out this caution. Not really seeing anybody around just yet. Kind of save you guys the heartache of looking at this with me, trying to find out where somebody got messed up here.
We're going to get ready to go back green. So.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and give up on that one, unfortunately. Man, I really was trying to find it there, but let's go ahead and get us back live. Man, bummer. All right. Now I'm trying to see if anybody, Jeffrey Kemper back there in the 20th position. Sigel Cal, Boydell back there in the 18th, but let's go ahead. We're under green. As John called it right there, under green, so now he's still got his workout cut out for him, still hanging back there in the 5th position. A lot of dirt getting kicked up from the back stretch there, close to the wall. Doesn't seem to really be affecting a lot of these drivers here. 7 laps to go. A lot of guys hanging out there on that outside line in the dirt. Looking good, feeling good. Everybody's, really enjoying themselves here tonight at the Coast to Coast Racing League. But a lot of drivers definitely trying to make a name for themselves. Let them know going into the new season, this is not, you do not want to be playing out on the outskirts. As it looks like Randy Shreves definitely keeping true to that low line. Trying to see if he can still make that low line work with him. He's able to get that, speed coming maybe middle of the turn, but just not enough on the entry. As we're looking a little bit right there, Steve Goldner there in the 30 machine, kind of giving a bump to the 7 of Bob DeGood. Oh, and he's up into Bob DeGood. Bob DeGood bites the wall, and now he fights his way and starts the accordion effect there toward the back. So now the 7 machine is falling all the way back. Let's see. Here he goes, still back here, 12th position. And now here the accordion continues as we got a car on his side. And that might be Greg Boydell. Definitely saw that one happen. Definitely saw that one happen. Let's go ahead and get that quick replay. And you definitely see going almost 4 or 5 wide there into that turn. Boop, right off the wall. So yeah, that may have just been a little bit of a misalignment from him catching that backstretch wall. Dang. All right, let's see if Boydell survives. And we will be under a green-white checkered. John, how is the track feeling out there, bud? Is it starting to loosen up real bad?
Yeah, it's locked down to 1 lane on the top, really. You just got to wait for somebody to make a mistake. So, really slick. If you're in the bottom 2 lanes trying to make a pass, you really better have your throttle control and everything under control, or you're going to go around pretty easy.
All right, and so it is. And right now, I figure the only person right now who's enjoying his time right out there is Baker. Butch Baker in the 97 up here, up front, really he's been contested a couple of times. Dean Reynolds is trying to give it a shot. Nick Vickery, he's looking for that second position, but it's still hard to get to it. These guys are still trying to get their way up. Let's see. Right now, our hard charger right now is actually you. So I guess you would be winning this Chip Banger Racing Hard Charger Award right now. Up there toward the front.
We've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. I know 3 laps doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, a whole lot can happen in that 3 laps.
Oh, yeah. Pace car is off. Back into pit they go. So Butch Baker, Dean Reynolds, Nick Vickery still our top 3. Jeff Barker, 4, and John, there you are in the 5th, and we'll see if you got anything for us here toward the end. You might be talking to some of these guys on the podium. So win last round and maybe a 5th position for you if Brendan Lacey in that 414 doesn't put it down. But here we are back under green, and we'll keep an eye here on Brendan Lacey. I definitely seen him make some very daring moves. You see a lot of sliding there back from Brandon Templeton. Oh, man, as they get 3 wide right there. 414 on the outside of it. Holy cow. A lot of drivers trying to make a last run here. White flag is out. What happens, happens. If anybody gets collected up or mashed to pieces, it was well worth it as they run down the backstretch here. One last turn. Butch Baker's going to go ahead and take the win here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Dean Reynolds goes ahead and completes it. Boy, that was awesome. That was awesome. All right. And that is going to do it. Butch Baker, Dean Reynolds, Nick Vickery for our top 3. Wow. All right. Jeff Barker, John Hine, Brendan Lacey, Shreves, Goldner, and Pomerleau, and Templeton rounding out your top 10. DeGood, Vitale, Wheeler, Sigelkow, Landis, Morano, Boydell, and Wentz for the top 18 here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the bottom. There we go. Charles Weaver, Cranmer, Grandy, Kemper in the 22nd position, Brian Lawson 23rd, and our favorite Canadian out there in the 24th. So a lot of battling for some of these drivers up here. But man, let's go ahead and see if we can find our 3rd place finisher here. Let's see if we can find our 3rd place finisher. A lot of battling out there on the track. Really good job there by Nick Vickery, trying to go ahead and keep this one all collected. And we're going to go ahead and see if I can round them up here and get them down into the booth here.
They're all right below us right there in the waiting room.
Oh, man, look at you. Was that you or was that them?
That's me.
Oh, man, what a swell guy. All right.
Well, actually, they all went up there on their own, but that's where we can find them.
All right, let's go ahead and have a chat with Nick Vickery here in that 00. Nick, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Oh, man, doing great. A lot better than the last race we just saw you in. Here you are with a 3rd place finish. How was the track treating you out there this time?
Well, the UMPs just in general are hard to drive, so it's going to take a few races to get that, under control. But these cars, I definitely felt like I was one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. I don't know if you guys saw me, but I was searching middle, searching bottom, searching everything. And honestly, if the race had been 5 more laps, I'd have slid both of them going into one of the corners.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we did take a peek at you, trying to see if you could make it happen. And it's just I wasn't sure if the middle of that track was too slick. Man, is there anything you could have done? I mean, you guys stayed clean. You were able to, get your way up front, from the 5th to the 3rd position. Is there anything you could have done differently to, secure this win?
Yeah, I could have slid both of them.
Well,
I mean, that honestly, that was my only option. They were running close enough, but I was chopping so much momentum getting into the corner from trying not to get into them. I was just able to dive the car in the corner a lot harder, and I would close up any gap that was there, have to get on the brakes, and then because of that, I just couldn't get the momentum coming off the corner to be able to slide both of them. But the thought definitely crossed my mind multiple times because I couldn't. There wasn't enough space between them for me to do anything.
All right. Well, glad you didn't really door them. Some people like to bump and bang. I know back there in the back they were bumping and banging, but we got the pro late models coming up, man, and I'm assuming you'll be there. I think you're ready to get a lot more power underneath the pedal there and try to see if you can send those things around the turn. But, man, go ahead and give me your shout-outs, and we'll get you on the way.
Definitely got a shout-out Spartan Racing. After that, with VMR Wraps. If anybody out there is a wrap, come check us out on Facebook at VMR E-Wraps. Got to thank Mirror Image Auto Spa. Got to thank Cool Ray. Andy over at Cool Ray does a lot for a bunch of leagues, so definitely got to shout him out any chance I can. Got to shout out Roger and Preston for putting on a great show and keeping everything rolling behind the scenes. And then, of course, got to thank you for putting on a great show. I look forward to going back and watching it again.
All right, bud, and great job you did tonight, and I can't wait to see what you got up for us next. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, there we go. So there's our guy in third place. Our second place finisher here tonight was Dean Reynolds in that 790. Really, definitely trouble for Dean Reynolds. Dean Reynolds wasn't able to get enough speed to get caught up to Butch Baker there. Dean, man, what could you have done? You kind of hung out in this second position almost all race, out of trouble, and out of sight. But what could you have done to really run Butch Baker down?
I don't know. I with these 358s, I just didn't think there was enough speed going down the straightaways to try to do a slider. And I saw heard Nicholas try to do some in his end. And you know what? If it was some of the guys that I've raced with during the other time that got some wins, I probably would have tried it, but not Butchie. Butchie's like me. He hasn't won yet. That was his first win, and I wasn't going to dirty him or try to do a move. And I literally was just going to stay behind him. I knew I had a little bit faster car, but I was just going to wait for a mistake. And he didn't make one, so he earned it. And now, as the professor knows, I'll take another second place sticker.
All right, man, and I'm sure he appreciates that. I think a lot of people, they kind of overlook, people being kind, going out there and racing them clean. You can bump and bang and start getting rivalries out there, but it's really not way to win races. You win races with your friends out there and being able to hook and link up. Great job by you tonight, man. Pro Late Models is next. You excited about moving to those cars?
No, I actually got another 358 league that I've been part of them in the points, so I got to leave and go do that. But I would actually love to run the Pro Late Models here because I think they would be a really good car to run on this track. And this track's hard to figure out. I ran the 305s last night, and the bottom was actually faster than the top. And then here you run the 358s, and the top was faster. So track's a little tricky. We'll get used to it. But it was a fun race. And like I said, I got to say congratulations to Butchie. He definitely earned it. And having Nicholas behind you, you don't have to worry about him. And, we made it a real good, clean race.
All right, bud. Well, go ahead and give us your shout-outs, and I'll let you get to that other league race. Don't want you to be late.
Well, I got to say thanks to the guys at Full Throttle Motorsports. I joined the team there, and I'm only a part-timer. I can only do so many races a week, and they help me out with lines and stuff like that. And that helps me here with the fixed setup. It helps me where to go and help to keep up the speed. I want to thank VMR Wraps who did this this plum crazy car. It was a nice little car. And I got to thank Gunnar Swanchara from Swan Speed Shop. So when we do run an open setup race, I use his setups. They're really cool. And I'd like to thank Patrick. Thank you for the telecast. And, normally talking to Marty, but it's good to have you here. And thanks to Coast2Coast for putting on it's such an awesome league. I really look forward to racing with him.
All right, man. And I'm sure you guys will see Marty again. You may catch me on Tuesday nights, but we'll see how the cars, kind of show themselves, and we'll see where we end up. But great job tonight, Dean, and we'll I'll hopefully see you again.
Thanks, Patrick. I appreciate it, man.
All righty, man. Now I think you got caught up with Butch there, John, and we'll have to see, what he has to say about this, because this was a heck of a run here by him at the Coast2Coast League. Butch, you got a copy? I think John's there with you.
Yep, I'm with you, buddy.
Hey, Butch, walk me through your night. How nerve-wracking was it to have all those guys nipping at your heels?
Oh, you have no idea. I mean, I've had a few poles before, but usually after about 3 laps, I'm like halfway back in the pack. And I don't know how I was able to hang on to it tonight. And knowing Dean and Vic was right there behind me, I was like, oh, man, I don't know. If I made one slight mistake, I was dead.
The brand new track just released here. What are your first impressions, your initial impressions of Lucas Oil?
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. It's really racy. When we raced here last night with the big blocks, it seemed like there was multiple grooves. Tonight, for some reason, seemed like it was just, if you weren't on the high side, you weren't getting anywhere. I don't know. It was weird.
Well, I tell you, are you going to come back and run the late models with us?
Yeah, I think I might. I think I might do that. It was that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm already out on track here in the late models, and yeah, these are going to be a whole different beast. So you're going to want to get some laps. So congratulations on your win. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Thanks, man. I got to give a shout out to all my boys at Venom Racing. We all push each other and support each other. Couldn't ask for a greater bunch of guys. Got to thank Magnum Race Design for my awesome wrap. Brian Lawson, look him up on Facebook. Look up Magnum Race Design. He always does an excellent job. I got to give a shout out to my nephew's company, SD Audio, and of course to you guys, the broadcasters, and for Coast to Coast for always putting on a hell of a league.
All right, man. And Butch Baker in the 97 car. Great job, man. New track, new time, different car, and you went ahead and brought home the win tonight. And I will catch back up with you as we get to the Pro Late Model Series.
All right, sounds good. That's my first modified win in Coast to Coast too. So
that I heard. That's what Dean Reynolds says.
Awesome. and Dean knew better than to tap me, because I'm going to be seeing him live in person in about a month.
All righty. Well, we'll definitely expect to see you a little later in the Pro Late Models there, since I guess you'll be taking a bunch of pictures of the different angles that you had here, taking away the win.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you. All right. And there's Butch Baker there, man, and we'll have to see what he ends up doing up here in the rest of the race. But we're going to switch you back to commercial here, and we'll be right back.
In our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Here for the Thursday Night Thunder League. Yeah, these guys are out here going to go ahead and give this thing another push in the Pro Late Model Series. Here at Lucas Oil Speedway, I'm joined by the bleacher bums up here with John Hine and Andy Piercefield. We'll start with you, Andy. I've had enough talking to John right now. How's the track feeling out for you there tonight?
You know, it's the first time I've been on it, Patrick, and I've ran about 50 laps on it. I like it. It's requiring a lot of finesse and throttle control, even when it had some tact to it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. We'll see how the night goes.
Alrighty, we will definitely, and like you said, we will see how the night goes. You guys are getting ready to go into qualifying. Let's go ahead and look and see how the track temperature is changing again. Track temperature looking pretty good, but the humidity is now picked up to about 66%. So a lot of these guys having to figure out what to do here and you know where they're going to be, how it's going to look, and see you know how it's going to tack up. This could be pretty cool, you know, the way it's going. But we're going to take a watch and how you go around the track here, Andy, and you know, see if you can get it tacked up. I don't want to bother you too much as you get around the track here. Good lines there. Oh man, taking that thing top shelf. Second line here.
Didn't get around there that good. It was a little bit, I had a little bit harder time rotating than I thought I was going to have there, Patrick.
Yeah, it did look like it chunked up a little bit on you. You kind of got going around the track, and then all of a sudden the track started getting sticky. So yeah, definitely a little bummer there from that. But hey, it's okay. First time you're on the track, 14th position. Hopefully you were able to hold that, not march back too much farther. I think 18, 19, and 20. I believe we have a total of 20 cars locked and loaded in here. And we'll see how many we can actually get kept up here. Now we're up to 21. All right, so it looks like another person went ahead and squeezed in here. Kyle Moon in there. But let's see, Brennan Lacey. We've seen him all night in that 414 machine. Kind of see where he goes ahead in places. Right now it's showing him in the 14th position. Oh no! As he loses it. So that 414, man, that's where he is going to be for the time being. All right, so I think we are just about ready to get lined up for our first heat here. One last person, Randy Shreves, doing his best to you know try to see if he can put down a quick time in the Pro Late Model Series here. And really, from your perspective, John, talk to me. What is more different here about the Pro Late Models than what we just saw in the last 358s?
They rotate differently. So what you're doing with your hands and your feet, you know, getting in and out of the throttle is completely different. So you can be a little more aggressive with these cars. The suspensions move around a little bit more. So be kind of watching these guys maybe especially early on in the heat races. I think you're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing.
All right. Well, definitely rotating. We are seeing that. You guys, you know, kind of went from smaller car to a little bit bigger car. And now we're to the biggest cars. Not really running the ones with the big wings on top. I believe what are those? Those are the big blocks?
Yeah, those were the big blocks that we just got done. The sprint cars were the ones with the big wings there. And,
there we go.
I got to throw the first marker of the new season down. I think I qualified my my cohort here. So chalk one up to the 71.
All right. There you are.
Well,
all right.
Well, qualifying is not my forte.
That's okay. Still great. You know, being able to go ahead and throw it out there is still a great place where you ended up. So let's go ahead and get us lined it up for the Heat 1. Langdon Mechanical. Langdon Mechanical is second to none. Heating and air conditioning company in the Hamilton area. And I promise our customers, our own professionally trained Langdon specialists will be there personally every step of the way. We guarantee your customer satisfaction from start to finish, including sales, installation, maintenance service of your heating and cooling system. Every equipment sale, installation, maintenance service call we make is backed 100% by Langdon. All right. Good to see how these guys end up working out for Heat 1. Malachi Smith, Brian Dickens there in the second. Looks like Steven Spees there. We saw him before. Aiden Young in the fourth position. Butch Baker and Joseph Grandy here back in row 3, and Bob DeGood. We've seen him there in the 7 machine and a couple of these other ones, and hopefully he gets a little bit better of a run out of that 7 machine. Getting tangled up in a little bumping and banging there, Andy, but well, hopefully he is able to go ahead and get this one turned around. Some people have a string of bad luck and others have a string of good luck. John won his first race here tonight, here at Lucas Oil Speedway, but here we go back under green. So looks like Brian Dickens is going to go ahead and take it away in that 122 machine over the 013, and away they go. So look at the amount of speed you guys get out of these cars. That is something to see. What are you taking away from what you're seeing here so far?
Oh, I'm taking away that you better get into those corners and get that car rotated. That nose is going to shove you right up over that little lip there.
Yeah, that it is. That 013 having a little trouble, got doored and really pushed into the wall. So now off the top of the table there and up into the top. So now that has dropped Smith back there to the 5th position. Grandy's still in the chase. So let's get rotated up here to Butch Baker in the 97. So we'll see how Butch Baker goes ahead and does. Did a great job, won the last series in the 358s. And trying to lay it down here, man. Trying to see if he can go ahead and bring Heat 1 away and put this one away. That way he can get into the feature in a more favorable position. But right now, Steven Spees up 3 positions, gone ahead and done some work and has worked his way up to the front. So leading with 4 left to go. Man, Bleacher Bums, what are you guys thinking about this so far? Do you think you guys will be in the same heat?
Andy, I think we're different, aren't we?
Right. Yeah, we'll have to see if you guys get that done. You'll see, Andy, that John's out there racing in the car, and his antenna's a little messed up on the outside of his car, so his mic's kind of crack it up a bit on him there. But man, we'll have to see how the 71 and the 75, you guys up in the booth and out on the track here in a little bit. The white flag is out. Steven Spees, Aiden Young, and Brian Dickens here going to go ahead, and if everybody stays clean, looks like they're going to go ahead and pull away with this one, and that is going to be our results, as Baker is the 4th one to pass the line, Smith 5th, Grandy 6th, and Bob DeGood coming back there in the 7th position. All right, let's go ahead and get our next heat lined up for Heat 2, and that'll be Magnum Race Designs. They offer iRacing wraps, hero cards, logos, flyers, and even t-shirt designs. If you're looking for a new design, you want attention to detail, competitive pricing, and fast turnaround times, check Magnum Race Designs on. Magnum Race Designs is a proud sponsor of Coast to Coast Racing League 358 Modified Division. So these guys, and you have heard them mention out there in the post-race interviews, a lot of these guys are running some of their paint schemes out here, looking pretty good on those cars that are out there. So we are waiting for Kyle Moonen there to grid up. But John Hine will be on the outside of him. Brandon Templeton in the 3rd. Nick Vickery, we saw him, so hopefully he gets a good shot in that 00. Came in 3rd in the 358s. Brennan Lacey there in 5th. Landis back in the 6th position, and Steven Goldner back in the back of the pack. So I expect to see Brendan Lacey in that 414 making a lot of moves here up toward the front. There we go. Kyle Moonen able to get gridded up, and the round would go. So getting those engine temperatures warmed up, kind of flatten out some of those rough spots from the first heat, and go ahead and get these guys back underway. I love seeing dirt racing. Really debut for me seeing all this dirt racing here, and it's something to see. You guys are so fast into the turns, it kind of slows up middle, and you guys fire out. So that is really cool to see from you guys here at the Coast to Coast Racing League. Don't forget to visit Coast to Coast Racing Network and their Facebook and YouTube page, along with the Simtrax broadcasting page where I'm at now. If you guys are tuning in, I know we got a few viewers still out there. Stellar Stella, tell me what you think about these Pro late models. I know I had a late model, but it was asphalt. But here we are with these guys, kind of getting these things angled, and getting underway. I think it's pretty cool, right when you see them go, how you see the cars kind of hike up and really take off. As Green, there they go. See it? Boop. Oh, everybody up there, away they go. So now it is John Hine there on the outside. So far, all races, it's been the more favorable line, is to see these guys hanging from the outside. So we'll get more to this Goodyear blimp view up toward the top as we see, oh, boys, they're squeaking by there toward the back. Andy, this is a battle here, man, and really you kind of see Vickers there, Nick Vickery there, give a good push there to the 24, Kyle Moonen, and send him to the top of the table and really folded him toward the back of the field. So now he's having to settle for third.
Yeah, you can see they're pushing the loose up on the top. See how it's widening out the track. John's way higher than they were in that last heat race. So we'll see how that keeps moving up during the night.
All right, and that we will. And the guy I told you keep an eye out for, Brendan Lacey in that 414, has just assumed third position, trying to do what they call here a slide job up in front of that 24 of Kyle Moonen. Moonen actually falling back all the way from the pole position there, now to the 5th position, having a fight to stay in contention for a 4th position here before this field gets flipped once again for another heat. But we got 3 laps to go. John Hine out there in the lead, so he's seen this position before, staying out front, hopefully not too much bumping and banging from him. But John, man, you are definitely seeing a lot of pressure here by Nick Vickery there on the inside of that line. And we'll have to see if you do a little cross-up. Great move there by John Hine, pushing him toward the top. Can they hold it? 2 to go here, and it looks like John Hine is able to keep him down, but Vickery aiming for another shot here as we come up to the white flag. John top side, Vickery low side, but can they go ahead and straighten it out? Does Hine have enough speed on that top line? Little late into the turn for Hine in the 71 machine. Can he get the speed to get through? Yes, he does. Enough discipline there and speed. He pulls through. Hine with the victory in that heat. Nick Vickery, Brendan Lacey, Templeton taking 4th, Moonen 5th, Landis, and at the very end, oh man, what a tough run that was. John, dude, talk me through that one.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks. I'm not even sure what was going on. I saw Homicide flash across my front there, and the one before, and I crossed him over and was just able to hang on there. Nick is usually really fast in there, so I feel fortunate to get that one.
All right, well, that paint scheme, you definitely couldn't miss him. And what you can't miss is 21 Designs, our Heat 3 sponsor here at 21 Designs. We make wraps for all dirt racing needs. In addition, they do 1/18 sketch RC wraps. They appreciate everyone's trust and support in them and doing their wraps and paints. Check them out on Facebook at 21i Racing Designs. So let's get to our beginning lineup here. Pomerleau going ahead and starting out here in the front in the 397. We've seen him. He kind of has his ups and downs here tonight, but hopefully in the Pro Late models he'll be able to turn that around. Jeffrey Camper, Kurt Schatzer there in the 218. Jeff Barker, all right, in the 513 starting on the outside of row 2. Randy Shreves, 5th. Andy Piercefield, all right. Another one of those bleacher bums up here in the 6th position, starting in the 3rd row. So he's got a little bit of work to do with Preston Cranmer in the 07 on the back side. So we'll have to see how this gets wrapped up here. Rotating back up to the Goodyear blimp. That way you guys don't miss a turn. Here we go. So pace car is off. And now the grueling time here in the heat. 8 laps to get it done. These guys are going to go ahead, head down the backstretch, kind of shake the last of the mud out of their gloves, get their feet reset on the pedals, and go ahead and get this one back under green as we are waiting for the flagman. Barney up there in the flagpole, going ahead and waving now. Away they go. So Jeffrey Kemper there out on the outside line, finding that more favorable line. Oh no, as it looks like the 75. The 175, Andy Piercefield gets kind of bit and chewed up and spit right back out, now in the 6th position. So he still survives. Car's still in one piece, but man, you hate to see it tangle up so early in the race. We're going to rotate up here to Pomerleau, who is now taking it 3 wide. He is now the meat of the sandwich in this one. Kind of, oh man, he's trying to squeeze for space as Kurt Schatzer there in the 218, holding him true to the middle as he's holding the bottom. He does not want to let that one go as he's enjoying that racetrack position so early in the, in the life of this track so far. The inside line seems to be a good angle for him, but don't know about the speed. But as he does that, he goes ahead and slides up in front of Pomerleau there in the 397. So next on his list is Jeffrey Kemper there in the 181. Can he do it? He may have to change up his line a little bit, but he's got to decide to do it fast. 4 laps to go left in this heat by 21 Designs. They're going to be excited to see how these guys are racing during their heat here tonight, and around they go. Still, these guys are putting the pressure on getting these guys out there, as it looks like Schatzer still going ahead, and these guys may have gone ahead and calmed down, staying single file with 3 left to go. Randy Shreves kind of on the outside of that cutoff point of the top 4. Preston Cranmer, he fought his way up. He's in the 5th position, but he's on the outside looking in right now. Pomerleau doing his best to figure out what to do, but Schatzer still trying to give it another run there toward the inside of Jeffrey Kemper there on the 181. Still battle out here on the track. White flag is out. He's only got like 2 more turns to make it happen as he finishes through turn 1 and 2. All right, looks like that might go ahead and seal the deal. Not enough speed there. So Kemper will be first, Schatzer second, Pomerleau goes ahead and settles for third, and Shreves goes ahead and makes fourth. Preston Cranmer fifth. Andy Piercefield, man, a tough break with that first pile up there, landing you in 6th, puts Jeff Barker there in the 7th position. So man, these guys are starting to see a lot of banging up out there, guys. So all right, so you guys feel the heats now. You know what is the way to do it here? Do we single file back out there? Are these guys racing you harder than you expect? Is the track coming around the way you like it? I mean, start giving me some of that insider information, guys. You guys are the ones behind the wheel.
I'll let Andy go first. He's the one that was just on the track.
I got a feeling the track's gonna slick off on the top. I think the bottom's gonna come in, John.
Yeah, I think you might be right here. These tires are the widest tires that have been on the track all night. And the other night with the sprint car tires, it went to the bottom. I think it's because they chewed up the top.
And that's kind of what you're seeing out here. I'm just wondering how long you guys can hold these cars together. I mean, it is only 30 laps, but it ticks away pretty fast. I mean, you guys, yeah. I mean, less than 20 minutes, you guys can really put this one away. As I have up here on the time, the fastest time by Speeds there right there is a 14.5. So 14.5 seconds, you guys are getting these laps done. So that is, really, really fast out there.
It's almost a second faster than what we were in the 358 modifieds earlier.
Yeah, definitely, and that's something to look at as we're watching you guys during the warm-up. Brendan Lacey actually nailed the same time as Speeds there, so that's going to be interesting to see from some of these drivers out there. Andy, you're doing a great job out there, bud, but I'm hoping a lot of that bad luck, even from that heat, doesn't catch up with you.
You got to get through the first half of the race clean and then start trying to push my way towards the front.
Yeah, but then we're going to go ahead and see how this goes. Roger Craig out there in the chat, Coast to Coast admin, man, the big dog out there saying, don't let the bleacher bums bring you down. No, they don't bring me down. They're out here doing a great job here tonight. They're just, I think John Hine here has had a lot better luck. He's had a lot more practice here throughout the night. But, these guys, are still, regard anybody out here, they're doing a fantastic job kind of getting used to a new track. And that's another thing, it's so new, and then you take the cars you're used to driving and now trying to figure out how to make them work for you. And that's going to be something that they spend these last couple minutes here figuring out. We are down to the last all right, our timer is up, so it's going to bring our feature out here. All right. C2C Kids Club brought to you by Roulette. Dogs out for you, boy, and this is going to be a definitely going to be a blast to see how these guys get out here tonight. But let's go ahead and get your starting grid for how these guys are going to get started here tonight. All right, Steven Spees, John Hine, look at you going ahead and getting up there in the front position. That's going to work out well for you. Jeffrey Kemper, Aiden Young, Nick Vickery there. When he gets loaded in, we'll be able to see that 00 car. Kurt Schatzer, Brian Dickens, Brendan Lacey. 414 goes ahead and gets a solid 8th position. Palmer Lou and Butch Baker up here in the top 10. Good to see a lot of these guys going ahead and, being able to capitalize on some of the bad luck. Brandon Templeton and Randy Shreves out for the top 12 starting in row 6 for these guys. All right.
And hopefully, Steven and I have a better outcome than what we did in that UMP race earlier when I turned Steven there.
Yeah. And that it is. So we get to Smith in the 13th, Moonen there in the 14th position, Cranmer and Grandy there in the, I believe, the 8th row. 15, 16, 17 is Terry Landis there. Let's see, Andy, you ended up 18th, bud. A lot of work to do to get your way up to the front. Bob DeGood, 19th. Stephen Goldner, 20th. Jeff Barker in the 21st position. But it looks like Kyle Moonen may have missed restart. So it is going to that is going to punish him for the race. And he's going to have, boy, that kind of stinks. Well, hopefully we'll think happy thoughts that, maybe a mechanical issue here had him kind of tangled up here. How to get going here, or maybe iRacing just kind of a connection issue. All right. All right, John, you are going to be starting on that outside line. I won't ask you any kind of, what moves you're going to have to put on Speeds here.
Just gotta stand on it. Hope for the best.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully he doesn't hold any grudges against you, because that last one, he did a good job, and away they go. So all right, let's go ahead and get zoomed out here and get ready for you guys to go ahead and put the hammer down. Green flag is out. And away you guys go. It looks like already a little bit of Brendan Lacey there into the wall. Oh no, it looks like holy cow, who in the world? It looks like Pomerleau was actually dialed back there, and he got mashed up in between a bunch of cars there. Obviously the track is playing up on a lot of these drivers, not really going too well. Ooh, a little bump, man. It looks like, let's see, I think that's Brian Dickens is around. And that'll bring out our caution. Boy, that wouldn't last long. And it looks like Brian Dickens there has jumped to pit. Not sure if any trouble from his vehicle there, and if any mechanical issues. So let's take a quick little look. Brian Dickens there kind of gets caught up. Bam. I'm not sure if that was Brendan Lacey there he got tangled up with in that 414. Brendan Lacey getting in a lot of trouble lately. But we'll kind of take a see if we can look. Yeah, he's got some damage on the rear end of that car. And really, I'll ask you, Andy. Damage to these race cars, aerodynamic-wise, how's that going to play for the slide jobs around the turns?
Yeah, you definitely want to keep your fenders on it. As it gets torn up, it definitely impacts the way the car handles.
So what is typical for the damage? I mean, is it going to kind of dig into the turn instead of kind of glide on top of it, or you just lose kind of top end speed heading down the back stretches?
Yeah, you never know how it's going to affect it. Sometimes it affects the top end speed. Sometimes it affects how it handles. So you just want to really take care of your fenders.
All right. Well, hopefully some of these guys are able to kind of straighten this back out. One of those things, I don't think, you have a pit crew down there that can really hammer these things out and get, keep them all in one piece. But we'll have to see here. As we are under green, a little bit of a late restart there. We're taking a look there at John Hine there. Get kind of mixing around a little bit. I do not think my NASCAR ticker here really appreciates you guys drifting around these turns. It is having a little bit of a meltdown about what is going on out there. We'll have that fixed next week for you for sure. Get that squared away. But let's go ahead and take a look back here at Kurt Schatzer in the 218. Going ahead and seeing if he can go ahead and get dialed in. Trying to see if he can find a good spot, find people he can race around. But as you hear the guys here in the booth, they are saying this track is starting to fall apart pretty quick. And, low lines work one night and high lines work another. And really, with as many cars that are on the track, 20 cars out here, these cars, the track is going to start falling apart a lot sooner than you would expect. But let's go ahead and rotate to some of these guys here in the back. Looks like Joseph Grandy there having a little fight back here for that 15th position. Let's see if he can go ahead and stay out front. Boy, as these guys are getting kind of mixed up there, let's get a little closer look at that 518 car as he's doing some work on the 07 of Preston Cranmer there. Trying to take a different line there, see if he can work it, but man, it's just having a heck of a time with that 97 car of Butch Baker. Oh man, having a lot of trouble there as, watch out for the 30 of Stephen Goldner coming toward the inside. These guys are getting ready, 3 wide here, going through coming out of turn 2 into 3. These guys are really stacking up. Oh man, Butch Baker, really crappy turn there, getting diving into 3. He's now gonna pay for that as Joseph Grandy here is having a heck of a time trying to find that line. He comes out of the turn and the front end starts picking up on him. So we definitely know he's got a lot of wheel input. Let's go ahead and take a ride along with him and see what he sees. All right, yeah, you definitely see him kind of wheeling this thing. Gets a good line, fast in, kind of drags it on through the turn. A lot more input there toward the end. Cool. All right, learn a little bit about dirt racing there, ladies and gentlemen, but you can see everybody starting to kind of rotate to that top line and see if they can keep it together. But we're going to rotate back a little farther. Look at Stephen Goldner there into the 30 car with Butch Baker. He's dialing it back 5 positions down. Got to be careful. He's there in the 15th position. I'm just wondering if he's waiting for that track to kind of come to him at this point. He liked it when it kind of breaks down a little bit, but this is definitely different from the 358s than what he was having. As whoa, man. As Stephen Goldner there, he was up almost to a 12th position, and then he got spun around, and here we go. Looks like we got a couple cars around here, and it brings out our second caution. And I think Nick Vickery might have been in a little trouble on that one. We'll see if we can find exactly what happened and find a good spot to take a peek at this. Let's look at Vickery here in the 00. Oh, and hits who? Guess who? The 71 machine. Oh, dude. Yeah, and then the pile just continues. That is a bummer for him. We're going to see if we can actually go back and look at that one more time from a different angle. Looks like he's got a good run there on the outside. 71, try for the slide job. Boom. 71 runs out of speed and then clinks him. Runs in the back of that 71, blinks back on the track, and then he's upside down on his lid. So Vickery having to get a tow to pit road. That is going to kind of ruin his night.
Yeah, that grabbed a lot more speed than what I thought it would. It looked like there was more tack there, but it, yeah, that one ended up parking it. So lesson learned here for that. Won't do that again.
All right, well, we are definitely kind of watching you. You're still in the second position. Still a good job hanging out here toward the front. You know, we'll kind of have to see, you know, how this kind of works out. And get that thing back up front, man. But yeah, still, second position looking good. Where's my other guy here? Where are you at? Andy, great job, dude. 11 positions here, man. You were up in the 7th position, so now, you know, the lead is within your sight. You're only back a few rows, so you'll have to give this another go as we're back under green flag. So here they go. Oh, man, I always love that first turn. Everybody's starting to feel out where they need to be, but it's not, you know, not as easy as it looks. But Brendan Lacey and John Hine, these guys have been together, and here they are together again, connecting door to door here for the second position. Looks like John may be taking these turns a lot more sliding than some of those other guys. Steven Spees there, making sure he stays away from that 71 car. He wants to bring home a win tonight. Away they go. So now we're starting to single file here a little bit, getting away from the trouble. Good moves by a lot of those cars out there. All right, so Spees, Lacey, Hine, Young, and Kempler going ahead and rounding out our top 5 here. Let's go ahead and run back here to where I know Stephen Goldner. Man, he always seems to find a little bit of trouble, and here he is in the 10th position, getting really squeezed. Front, back, and to the left side. Got nowhere to go as Andy Piercefield holds him up toward the top. And, oh, boy, watch out as Joseph Grandy is going to give him a little bumper-to-bumper paint trade. Oh, Andy sends it in super hard, and the turn makes contact. Oh, man, as these guys are pushing their way around, fighting for every inch of position. 75 gets around. These guys stack up 4 wide. Now Andy Piercefield back into it. Body damage on the back of that car. We talked about that before, but that is not going to slow him down as he's diving toward the inside here. man, having to try to stay out of trouble, but he's got a swarm of bees behind him, and it is not looking good. Holy cows, we got about 5 cars here really mashed together within about 2 car lengths as these guys are slicing and dicing through each other. 75 of Andy Piercefield there, trying to figure out where that 013 is of Malachi Smith here. Definitely having a lot of trouble, and really that one person out there, Butch Baker, man, he is trying to find where he needs to be. As you see, oh no, Piercefield gets around. Nick Vickery saw that one coming and was able to squeeze right out there just in time. Holy cow.
Oh no, Andy was around.
Oh no, I want to actually take a ride along here with Andy and kind of see what happened there. That was a bummer. Actually, no, let's ride with Nick Vickery here. He came up on this turn and saw it happen. As they get going here, yeah, that was a bummer. It just kind of started. Oh man, there they go. And I think that collected a few drivers out there on the track back when that happened. Kind of a bummer for some of those drivers. Let's see if we can get back there and see if we can find us another angle here of this shot. Oh yeah, you can see that 00 really starting to Vickery. Not happy about what was happening there and started pushing. Really giving a lot. The 07 was getting racy with the 00 there. 07 gets into Piercefield there, and then the 513 of Jeff Barker's got nowhere to go. These guys get pinched as it looks like he gets a little jack maneuver there to change the left side tires, so the help of the wedge of the front of their car, and away it goes. All right, let's go ahead and get us back live. 9 to go. As Spees goes ahead and still retains the lead up here in the front. All right. 30 lap feature here. We got 10 to go. We'll see. Looks like we are back under green flag. A lot of good racing out here so far. John Hine, Brendan Lacey, after a whole lot of trouble, still fought his way up front as he's on the outside of John Hine there. So John definitely getting a lot of pressure from the back. Oh boy, as it looks like Jeffrey Kemper there takes the inside line. It hooks, and he's able to make the slide up in front of Aiden Young there in the 69 machine. But now, oh no, look at the roadblock. John Hine makes a lane and pushes his way down to the bottom, which is now spun so many cars around. Look out. As John Hine fighting on the outside, still with Brendan Lacey there toward the inside. 4 wide. 4 wide as John is able to get out there. Kurt Schatzer definitely trying to figure out how to get out of this situation, because we know it can't end good. But these guys, bumping, banging, everybody staying in the same direction. If sideways is good, and there they go. There they go. Now they're getting caught up. Grandy is able to snake out of there. Templeton able to snake out of there. Boy, that was a bad one. And we are under our 4th caution here. All right. Let's get back here to Randy Shreves. I think that's got somewhere caught up with him. Let's go ahead and see if we can get another replay, another angle of what happens here. One turn, but you just kind of see how everything just starts unfolding. Here it comes. Start mashing up, and boy, sent that one into the turn and started collecting. Looked like that 30 machine got in there super hot. I've just Steven Goldner, 181 up on his lid. And that'll be Jeffrey Kemper there. There he is. Man. All right. That was a bummer for him, and hopefully these guys are able to restack them up here. That is, we'll have to see if that guy is down pit lane or if we decide to turn it in. Dickens is in pit. Let's see. How's Pomerleau doing? Is Pomerleau still? Pomerleau is out. Yeah, Moonin is out. Got a lot of guys out of the race here. Hopefully they're able to recollect and get back on track toward the front. Ticker doing that wonderful shuffle. I'll go ahead and hide that thing because, man, that just gets everybody all confused. But we already know that Steven Spees is still up there in the lead, enjoying his time in the light. And we'll have to see how long he can hold on to it because Brendan Lacey is on a move. He is up 6 positions. Biggest mover right now, Steven Goldner. I know he sent it into that last turn and kind of might not made any friends there, but he'll have another shot here as we got 5 to go, back under green flag. So there we go. We're going to take a look at the fight for the lead. Brendan Lacey there sliding on his way on the inside. Does he have the angle or the speed? He's got to have at least one of them, but he has neither on that one, as he's going to have to dial back and reconsider his race line there, as he just barely misses that white tire there, going toward the inside. So Brendan Lacey going to have to kind of, he's going to have to kind of take another shot at this. Let's roll a little bit back where Aiden Young is putting more pressure back on John Hine there on the 71. There on the inside. Oh, boy, as it kind of drops off the top shelf there. Gonna pay for it. Oh, and they hook. John Hine definitely tired of hearing me in his ear, because I bet you now that heart rate is going at this point as he's going ahead and dialing it back on in. Brendan Lacey trying one more time as we got 2 to go left in this one. These guys battling, pushing their way toward the front. Everybody out there in the chat, this is crazy. Tell me what you think, because I think it's nuts. Nick Vickery back up to the 6th position, still fighting his way through as we are up to the white flag, and Steven Spees there going to go ahead and take away the win here with Brendan Lacey behind him. Aiden Young in the 3rd position, bumping John Hine out of a podium position. Kurt Schatzer 5th and Nick Vickery in the 6th. Stephen Goldner, Joseph Grandy, Landis 9th, and Malachi Smith in the 10th. I hope I'm saying that right. Boy, that was awesome. That was awesome. You guys are bringing some awesome racing here. I like this.
It was a little crazier than probably normal. It's week 13, and I'm sure guys are caring a little less about penalties and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the racing's usually like that 3 wide, but that was a little nuts. So,
all right, that was awesome. All right, so I brought you through our top 10. That'll bring Brandon Templeton, Butch Baker, Randy Shreves there, Jeff Barker, Andy Piercefield. You ended up at 15th, bud. Had a lot of work to do, but man, it was hard. There was a lot of pileups there toward the back. Bob DeGood, Jeffrey Kemper, Preston Cranmer there in the 18th position is where he ended up. Pomerleau, he ended up having to fold his 397 back in the 19th position. Brian Dickens and Kyle Moonen there to round out the 20 and 21st position in row 10. Boy, that is quite a stack up. We'll go ahead and wind up our final guys here and really get what they thought about the last of this race here. How these guys how the track started forming up, because that was definitely weird. I mean, for me anyway. How it kind of came down to the last 8 laps. I mean, these guys really started hammering and folding body panels up, and it was good to see. But, Andy, I'm going to let you go ahead, and let's have a chat with Aiden Young in the 69 machine in the in 3rd place.
Yeah. Congratulations, buddy. Good run.
Thank you, Andy.
Take me through them last 10 laps. What was going on?
That's just trying to figure out a way to get by John and not wreck him, and just try to be clean and maybe get a little rough, but not that much roughness. But
yeah, it looked like you had to use a little bit of the bumper, but not too much, and just a great run. You early on, it looked like Steven just was smooth all night.
yeah, he was doing a good job, and I was just trying to run the top of the track and learn it and see where it finished.
Right on. Well, congratulations on your podium finish. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I want to thank you guys for broadcasting, obviously Cool Ray for being on the color every season, and everyone that came out to watch.
Congratulations, Aiden. That's Aiden Young with a 3rd place finish, Patrick.
All right, Aiden Young and that and his machine out there. Great job by that gentleman right there. Really, it's hard to see. With as much battling and bumping and banging as you saw these guys doing, Brendan Lacey, he would be the one that I've seen bumped and banged around the most. I want to have a little chat with the 414 machine. Brendan Lacey, you got a copy on you here, bud?
I got you.
Dude, man, you have been bumping and banging in every race I've seen you in so far. Is this the norm, or is this just the week 13 fun racing that I'm noticing out here tonight?
For me, I'm not gonna lie, it's me not even running these cars. I know I got into John. John, I apologize to you there for that. I know that race there was a little rough because I'm not used to the power on these things and just trying to control them. And sometimes I hit the brakes, it stabs them, spins them left. It's just a different animal. Really trying to just learn it over all the race is really the challenge there.
All right, well, you still come away with a second-place finish here tonight. I know everybody's friends out there, but the key is hitting them, bumping them, and pushing them are one thing, but you'd start turning people around or sending them into the bleachers. That's where words get mixed up and fights start happening, rivalries start brewing, and all that happy stuff. Right front of your car was missing. Did it play up on you at all? I mean, apparently not. It didn't look like that much speed, but I mean, you had a lot of body damage out there. Did it play any effect of how you were driving there tonight?
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't have enough experience in these cars to tell if it made a speed difference or not. That was from an early wreck that I know I didn't feel like I could have avoided in that early one, and it just, from that point on, it's like it's hard to hold on to those. But yeah, it's hard racing on a track like this, especially. It's one thing I love about this track. I raced it twice in person, like I was telling Spees in the weight room, and the shelves on both corners are legit as they come, and if you come over those, it's hard to recover. You lose a bunch of momentum. So it's just a learning curve. I think it's just a lot of people mixed together in a car they don't run a lot on a track that not a lot of people know yet. So a little bit of a mixture there, but hopefully it'll clean up here once the season gets started next week.
Yeah, I best believe that, and these guys are definitely having some pushing around there. John, I'm sure you got a word for him.
Yeah, Brendan, hey, that was all good, man. We were racing hard there. That was a lot of fun, dude. A heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun to get in these things. We don't do it, and I'm just glad I talked the old crew chief into running a body car. He hates them things.
You got to get out here and run them more, man. Love to have you running these things, man. They are fun.
Yeah, I think he's more excited that he said he won the mug going 20th to 7th there. So I might have to just send him over here for a quick interview just cause.
All righty, Brendan Lacey. I think actually on the schedule we're looking at midgets. The next run. Are you considering doing any of the midgets here tonight?
It's gonna be a last minute decision here. I'm gonna ask old crew chief what he's thinking. If he runs it, I'm in to follow. So we'll see if we can get us a couple guys from the team in there.
All right. Well, we'll definitely see you over there at the midgets. Yeah, look at that little surprise here from Simtrax Broadcasting. But all right, Brendan Lacey. Hope to see you out there, bud. Great job tonight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. There is Brendan Lacey. There's one thing I should have done, John, is probably asking for his shout-outs, but I'm sure we'll find him up in the podium position here a little later on in the night. But let's go ahead and get to Steven. Steven definitely had a tumble up before, and you know what, John? I might let you take Steven here. After the first spin up for him, I'm gonna let you have a chat with him.
Steven, this is John up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, man, how you parked it, man. Walk me through your race. Tell me what you think of Lucas Oil.
I really like it so far. I like that the top kind of goes away and it's throttle control, and you can kind of run anywhere and get a good lap time. So I think as guys learn the track, I think we're gonna have some good racing here. It feels like to me.
It's a lot easier to lead when your teammate doesn't turn you around, isn't it?
It is. It's much easier to stay out front whenever you're faced the right way.
Noted. Lucky gambler to pick up the tab for any bent sheet metal from that first wreck there. But hey, man, good run here tonight. Did you ran the Super, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me just real quick. You're talking about the choices. I noticed you were up there, you were up top early, then on the bottom, then you're running a slider. Which lane for you did you like running the best, and which one felt like the lowest risk and highest reward?
Yeah, I was just kind of searching around anywhere to see if there's a little bit of moisture left to try to get some power down off the corner. So, I like running down on the bottom, put it around the tires. I think that's fun, challenging racing. Running the top here, I think will be good because you're going to be right on that edge to where those shelves are. So I don't know that I really have a preference on a track like this, but I like that it kind of slicks up, and you got to really work that right foot is what's going to make the difference.
Were you going to see in the midget?
I'm sure we will. Absolutely. Can't pass that up. Track might be a little bit big for those, but we'll see what happens.
But hey, we'll see you then. Who would you like to give a quick shout out to?
I would like to thank John Hine for not turning me this time so that I could get a win. That's about it.
There it is. Oh, I knew that was coming. All right, Steven. We'll see you in the next one, and I'll do my best not to wreck you.
Sounds good. Thanks.
That's Steven Spees, tonight's late model winner.
All right, yeah. What a mix-up that was. So, yeah, for your top three, Steven Spees, Brendan Lacey, and Aiden Young there. These guys doing a great job. Finally good to see Spees go ahead and put it in the winner's circle, and Brendan Lacey going ahead and nailing that second position. Aiden Young, I was wondering if I'd see that machine working his way up toward the front. He was up there most of the night. He started in the fourth position, but the hard charger for the night, where I'm seeing is Steven Goldner, who ended up 7th place in his 30 machine. But we're gonna actually, yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's go broadcast the midgets. I don't think it was on the schedule, but we're gonna go ahead and do it tonight. For sure, Roger Craig appreciates seeing those midgets out here on the Lucas Oil Speedway.
Yeah, well, in here, we're happy to have you. We'll come right back then.
All right, yep, and we'll push it right here to commercial, and we'll be right back, guys.
In our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, everybody, we are back. Terry Landis is who we're riding around with right here for Thursday Night Thunder. You see the mud starting to collect on the camera already out there on the track. That's one thing about dirt. It's going to be tough for a lot of these guys, visibility-wise here in the midget. So small, guys going to be stacked up so close together, and we'll have to see how that goes. But, man, we're going to go ahead and give a shout-out there to Cool Ray, Coast to Coast Racing League. If you are looking for other racers to enjoy racing without all the drama and name-calling of normal iRacing, come on, join the Cool Ray Coast to Coast Racing League. We have said they have 16 divisions that race 7 days a week and currently broadcasting 9 divisions. Members know that they are part of something bigger than just on-the-track experience. So make sure you go check them out at www.c2crl.com. Click apply to join the action, where the cars are virtual and the racing is real. And I'd like to give another shout-out, actually, the Steve King Foundation. The Steve King Foundation was formed to help dirt track racing community across the country by providing financial assistance to drivers, pit crew members, racing officials, track operation personnel, or the immediate families of those who suffer serious injury, illness, or death. So, man, this is going to be a blast. Here, as we zoom out through our warm-up screen here a little bit, you're going to take a look. These guys are racing in these little bitty midgets now. So we came from the pro late models and now into the little bitty cars. I think it's pretty funny, and it's interesting watching how fast these guys get going, really whipping them into the turns here. I'll be joined here in the booth by John Hine here in a second, but I want to make sure he gets a good shot here at qualifying. Is that what they're getting ready to go through right now? We're going to move over here to the race prep. As we do at the beginning of each race, let's take a look and see what our track is. Track temperature is 71 degrees here at Lucas Oil Speedway. 75-degree air temperature. And, all right, well, the humidity has come down a bit here at 49%. 15 miles an hour wind, so I don't know if it's going to push these little bitty guys around here. But, man, it's really something to see these guys wedge into these little cars and be able to get a lot of speed out of them as we come up on qualifying. These guys got about another minute and a half to get it done right now. We'll have to see how some of these guys go. If I'm not mistaken, best time right now. How John Hine beat Kyle Moonen there with the same exact time of 15:14 is beyond me. But Brendan Lacey goes ahead and puts it up right there and takes a solid pole right there with a 15:10. Wow, look at the speed. Oh, and Brendan Lacey's done. Not enough speed out of him for that one. Let's see if Steven Spees right there kind of drops it off the top shelf, and you kind of saw the suspension unload for him. So he's got one last shot to go ahead and get around. He's still got a solid 4. Gets that car to almost 100 miles an hour before he gets into the turn. Man, these things get going. It doesn't look as fast as they're going there. So let's see if Steven Spees goes ahead and nails it. 4th position is where he's going to be. Top speed of 103 miles an hour here, John.
And all that speed with the short wheelbase, smaller tires. These cars are these little things are a handful here.
Yeah, you guys are definitely going to be wheeling them around. The only person who has yet to qualify so far is Steven Goldner in the 30 machine. He may be taking a little extra time to get loaded up here and see how we get this one underway.
I think he's trying to give us all a chance. He's going to give us a head start.
All right. And we'll see. Qualifying has finished. So that'll bring up our first heat. And you know our first heat race will be sponsored by Langdon Mechanical. They are second to none. Heating and air conditioning company in the Hamilton area. And I promise to our customers that to our own professionally trained Langdon specialists will be there personally every step of the way. We guarantee your customer satisfaction from start to finish, including sales, installation, maintenance, service of your heating or air conditioning system. And the equipment sale, installation, maintenance service call we make is backed by 100% by Langdon. So, all right. Good to see how they back their product there. But let's go ahead and get to our grid here. Let's get to the grid of what we have coming up here for this race. Jeffrey Kemper going to go ahead and start us out in the front. Terry Landis, Kyle Moonen there in the third and starting in the second row. Try to see if we can get a good shot of these little bitty guys out there. Brendan Lacey, we saw him making a fast time out there in the 4th position. Preston Cranmer there in the 5th, and Joseph Grandy. All right, hopefully we'll see Grandy get a better shot here. I still think he's got something held up for us. I think he's still got another good run out, out here for us tonight, but we'll have to see. That is something to see, these little bitty cars going around like that. I'm sorry, we just came from the pro late models, and just going from such a large car to something as small as these. They're almost as big as these guys, as as the drivers themselves. They're really gonna have to throw these into the turn. It's not gonna, you got to kind of lean in a walk. These guys are really gonna, slam it into the turn from what we saw in the practice and the qualifying there. All right, and I would wonder, John, does it do as much track wear with these little bitty cars out there?
No.
All right, so hopefully it'll be able to, last a lot longer. Because we were watching the pro late models, the 358s. The track breakdown was so intense. As we are now under green flag, Jeffrey Kemper going ahead and taking our first green. Look at that. Man, look at the speed these guys are getting out of these cars. As it almost flips the script. Landis in front, Kemper second. But Brendan Lacey, as they get ready to send this thing 3 wide, holy cow. Look at how these cars getting all mashed together. All 6 of them not really separating from each other. Grandy falling off a little bit back there in the 518. But Kyle Moonen there up 2 positions from 3rd to 1st there, and away they go. He's gone ahead and taken the lead and pulled away. Terry Landis there, Brendan Lacey, and Jeffrey Kemper here to start the top 4. Cranmer still trying to take a peek around there, but not too much to show for that, as we got about 3 laps to go here in this heat. And a couple more heats after this. Got everybody filed in and get ready for that feature presentation that I know you guys are looking forward to. 30 laps of battling here, but right now we are looking at Brendan Lacey holding that inside line. Noticing that's working out for him pretty well here, as he got, man, look, as you see, he just pulls away. As Jeffrey Cranmer there gets a real bad turn. I'm wondering if he caught a huge chunk of dirt, and it just really messed his line all to pieces. As we're under white flag, Kyle Moonen here in the 24 machine. Super fast. Super fast. Good to see, how he came out from behind and goes ahead and takes the win away for that one, for that heat. Brendan Lacey second, Cranmer third, Landis fourth, Kemper fifth, and Grandy in the 6th position. Wow, that is something to take away there, John.
Yeah, it makes me a little nervous going out here doing this. I couldn't tell which lane was the best. I don't know where to go.
Yeah. But that is definitely what you're going to see here going into Heat 2, where you will be. And Heat 2 brought to you by Magnum Race Designs. These guys offer iRacing wraps, hero cards, logos, flyers, and even T-shirts designs. You've heard all broadcasts that these guys have many of their designs and paint schemes out there, and they are proud to be a sponsor of Coast to Coast 358 Modified Division League. Let's go ahead and get to our drivers here in this heat. All right. Bob DeGood. Good to see that 7 car up there in the front. He's had a string of bad luck here, and all night. Hopefully he's able to kind of square this one away. Maybe this Thursday Night Thunder is not working out for him. Jeffrey Barker, 513 up there for him. Steven Spees won the last pro late modified. John Hine won the beginning. Oh, look at that. See that 7? Look at that. That right front tire is coming off. Sorry, I pulled me away. Aiden Young in the 5th position. Stephen Goldner here. Holy cow, if you notice, that 7 machine, when he hits the gas, it picks the left front tire off the ground. Holy cow, the amount of power these cars have. I know I want to take a little ride along with John here out there on the track, kind of see how he does, and kind of what he sees. You know what, Leah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead, and we're going to watch from your view here on the first couple laps. I want to see what it looks like when we got everybody there. All right, Barney up in the flag stand has gone ahead and flown the flag. Here we go. Look at that steering input. Oh, man. That's one cool little thing about these midgets here. You get up into that dirt there a little bit, you can now remake it up. How you look out the right side window and where that A-pillar is there on the right side to go ahead and line up for a good turn is beyond me. Oh, no, as you got bumped from the back. Oh, no. John Hine, that did not work out well for you. I did not know who bumped into you on that one.
I don't either, but it's all right.
All right. Well,
we got time to recover tonight.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we'll probably take a look at that a little bit after the race here. Steven Spees up there in the front. Bob DeGood there, second place. Jeff Barker, Aiden Young, fourth. Stephen Goldner in the fifth position. Right now, I think we got a good battle back here with Aiden Young on the outside. Well, yeah, on the inside, I think, of Jeff Barker there. Doing a good little battle, little cars. And the numbers are small on these. Trying to find out who is in what car is going to be hard to say. But Jeff Barker will be the one in the back in the little white and blue car of the 69 machine of Aiden Young. Going ahead and staying in third. 2 to go, baby. So these guys are going ahead and getting these things all wrapped up. White flag is out. Steven Spees, it is his to lose on this heat here. So it looks like Steven Spees is going to go ahead and take away a heat win in the midgets. Bob DeGood, Aiden Young, Jeff Barker fourth. Stephen Goldner, it looks like he may have gotten folded up, and John Hine got crashed out. But let's go ahead and rotate back there real quick at what happened there, if I can. Oh, man. No, says I. And it says not. Oh, man. I was really hoping to kind of take a peek at that, but we were already slid into the warm-up. As these guys go ahead and single file their way out of pit. And go ahead. I know they scuffed the track up just a little bit before the warm-up, but these guys will be able to go out there and maybe mash it down just a little bit here to go ahead and get this one underway. But I want to go ahead and give a little shout out there to Flatline Racing Bodies. Quality racing bodies produced by former NASCAR regional short track champion Dan Chapman in the iRacing hotbed of Clarence, Iowa. Oh, don't forget to go ahead and check them out. That's a good, interesting to see those Flatline Racing Bodies. C2C Kids Club. They are brought to you by We Let the Dogs Out For You. Got a lot of sponsors here, man. You guys have so many sponsors in this league, and it's good to see how you guys are backed up here. But one that really hooks me, man, is, you know, what you guys have. You know, especially one like Coast2Coast Racing School. You know, you guys, where the top league drivers volunteer to help out other people and help their driving skills free of charge. I mean, they'll help all the way from qualifying, the driving lines, driver awareness, and the setup advice. You know, a lot of people, you know, come out here like me. I'm worthless trying to get out here on the track, and I'm trying to figure out something. And you guys offer something free of charge with people in the league to, you know, advance people's driving skill out here. You know, that way they're not bumping and banging and smashing off the walls. Great to see. I know a lot of you guys hold a lot of broadcasts during the week. Monday Night Madness. Marty up in the booth. I know he's here on Thursdays. And you say you guys are out there for the Hometown Heroes. And that is, which day is that there, John?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday nights. I believe they are looking to book me for Tuesdays, which will be exciting. I hope that will work out. We'll see how that comes along. And Icon TV for Friday Night Lights. We'll have to see how this all plays out. But, man, pretty much any day you tune in to Coast2Coast Racing Network, there's going to be racing. You know, there are going to be multiple broadcast teams. You know, Marty, I know he's a fast talker. He's, you know, he's pretty intense when it comes to dirt racing. He loves this. This kind of racing, man. I think he dreams about it sometimes. But Marty does a fantastic job up in the booth. I know you and Pierceland do a fantastic job up in the booth as well. You know, and really, it's good to have a plethora of all sorts of people and different types of racing. You know, some people may not like the midgets or the pro late models, and you guys are able to take those large sprint cars out there. But as I say, that warm up has completed. You guys are going to have to go ahead, get back squared away, and get ready for the feature presentation by We Let the Dogs Out For You starting lineup. Let's go ahead and get that up there on the screen for you guys. Kyle Moonen going to go ahead and give this thing a good run here. Seems I only have 12 drivers out here on the track for the midgets. So what we have on the screen is what you see. Kyle Moonen up in the front, Spees second. Lacey third, Bob DeGood fourth. Awesome see him starting top five. Cranmer in the fifth, Aiden Young on the outside in sixth. Terry Landis seventh, Jeff Barker eighth, Jeffrey Kemper ninth, Stephen Goldner 10th, Joseph Grandy in the 11th position. And John, man, kind of put you on the back burner there in the back. I'm wondering if that heat finish that you had where it spun out has now cost you all the way into the back of the pack there, bud.
It is, but like I said, just fun week here. That's what we're here to do, is have fun and see if we can make any ground up here.
Nah, but that's all right, man. Look, yeah, you're right. It is fun week, and that's what you want. You want to come out here, have fun, especially here in these midgets. I'm excited to see what you guys can do. These things are fast. I mean, I don't know why, man. You guys were doing 80, 90 miles an hour in the pro late models, but it just looks like a cakewalk with these little bitty cars. Awesome to see how these midgets work out for you guys, but man, you guys are about to go under green. Pace car is ducked on off down to pit road. So down the back stretch, here you go. Get prepped. Take that one face peel off that helmet and go ahead and get ready for this. So Moonin and Spees, fast all night, multiple leagues. We'll have to see if Kyle can go ahead and hold off Spees that just won in the pro late models as the Barney up in the flag tower. Waves the green flag. Here we go. And Kyle Moonin has taken off on a great restart. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a more outside look as you see these guys stacking 3 wide. Really trying to find a place to go. Kyle Moonin will kind of take a peek at him, seeing if he can hold that outside line as Brendan Lacey's putting the pressure on. All right. Kind of inside-outside line here. We'll have to see as they trade back and forth. Brendan Lacey, Kyle Moonin up here in the front position. As it looks like Brendan Lacey is going to go ahead and give him that slide job there toward the front, but it looks a little quick cross-up by Kyle Moonin. Walks that inside line, slides back up the track, blocks him. All right, so it looks like Moonin goes ahead and blocks him. I think these guys are going to be battling all night as you see, oh man, as Spees almost makes connection with Brendan Lacey here up in the top 3. Your top 3 separated by only less than half a second here. About 0.2 of a second between all these cars bumping and banging each other into these turns, so you definitely see a lot of mushing and mashing up. Let's rotate back here. Bob DeGood dropped 3 places here into the 7th position. Fighting alongside here with Aiden Young. Ooh, good connection there. Oh, boy. Somebody blinked out there. Uh-oh. What in the world happened there? Somebody blinked out. And Joseph Grandy is into the infield. Let's go ahead and rotate that one back. Quick replay as we are under caution. Somebody got messed up there. Boy, that does not look good. Somebody in that, whoever's in that Mobil 1 car, kind of blinked out. Yeah, and then makes connection. So Joseph Grandy kind of hits nothing. Hits nobody. The 7 car of Bob DeGood there blinked out, and then that kind of caused the follow-up from there. Yeah, looks like made contact, I think, with Steve Goldner there, and gets them around. Bummer. All right. Look at it, John. You were heading down pit road, bud?
Yeah, I got a piece of it, and I don't know if it caused me damage or not, but so we'll get a new car here and we'll go back out here.
All right.
But it looks like I got a black flag for entering a closed pits, but that's gonna probably end my night.
A little call up to race control and tell them, come on, man, fun week. All right. All right. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Got to get you back up to the front. As we are under green. Really quick start there. Kyle Moonin there going ahead and trying to get as much space as he can away from Brendan Lacey here. Seeing if he can get a quick little slide. Look at them all sliding. Kind of almost uniform. Everybody taking that low line. No one's really taking the high line. There in the back. Definitely interesting. Let's see if we can go ahead and see you drive by here. Man. Quick little cars here. We are under caution. I wonder what they caused that caution there.
I think we may have had a car trying to get back on the track out of the pits, and they threw a caution as he was stopped up there to let everybody go by.
Oh, man. Really? Dang. All right. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and line them all back up. This will give a couple of those guys another chance. Kind of square that one away. A little confused why Barney's facing the wrong way in the flag box there. If you saw that, that was a little weird. I think he's about as backward as my ticker's getting here. Kyle Moon and Brendan Lacey, Steven Spees, Preston Cranmer, and Terry Landis here for the top 5. Jeffrey Kemper, Aiden Young, Stephen Goldner, 8th. Joseph Grandy and Jeff Barker, top 10. All right, John, you got a lot of work to do here, bud. You're back there in the 11th position. A little bit of work to do. And looks like Bob is a lap down here. Bob did good in the 7th.
And I ended in a closed pit, so at the end of this, I'm going to get penalized a lap. So, yeah, any chance I have moving up's out.
Oh, man, I figured if you were a lap down, you were going to go ahead and get the lucky dog. Bummer.
Now, they penalized you at the end of the race. I'd have to win this by over a lap.
Dude. All right. We are going to try to go. We have a viewer out there asking for a chopper view. Stella, let's see what we can do. Get you a little closer to the action. Steven Spees here fighting alongside Brendan Lacey. Doing a really bang-up job out here. Steven Spees going ahead and kind of minding his own business. Trying to see if he can kind of pick apart this field. You know, Brendan Lacey and Moonen in front of him. Right now, Moonen has the car to beat. I mean, right now, even when we get down the straightaways, is able to go ahead and get that half-second lead on that breakaway. And it looks like Moonen might finally be able to pay off. But just as I say that, Brendan Lacey sends it into that turn. Top speed tonight of 97 miles an hour out of him. And he definitely, oh man, he's getting close to those tires. Brendan Lacey, I mean, squeezing this thing by a couple inches there and really sends it into the turn. He's making up a lot of ground, but not on the exit of that turn right there. Brendan Lacey trying his best. Preston Cranmer kind of the outside looking in. As Steven Spees there, kind of a little messed up on that turn 2 there. Kind of tumble up from there, but man, really, here we are with the battle for the lead. Brendan Lacey still looking toward the inside of Kyle Moonen there in the 24 machine. Oh, and they're going to make contact. Yes, they do. All right. So now Kyle Moonen knows that Brendan Lacey is, is in contention. He has a chance. He's got him lined up, but just they're sharing the same line. Away they go. So we're taking a look here. Boy, man, he's going to try to reel him in. He's already picked up half a second on him trying to get this caught up. The little connection there dropped him back another half a second away. So they're going to have to give it another go, but he's going to have to watch his timing here. As we're coming up to the line with 16 laps to go. This one's already half over. So Brendan Lacey's got to start, really picking up the pace here because these laps tick off fast. Go ahead and look at our lap times that we had there. 15 seconds. Oh, no. Look out as they're collecting. They keep undergreening us. Brendan Lacey hits one of those tires, making that dive toward the bottom there. It looks like Preston Cranmer spun out later on. They throw the caution for that. And Preston Cranmer broke that car, and he is now headed to pit. Wow. All right, let's go to the Brendan Lacey one first, as we saw how that worked out for him. All right. We saw him missing those tires by a couple inches last time, and here he comes around this turn. And really, it just kind of bites early. Bam, right into the tire. And actually picks him up, turns him backwards, and around he goes. I think a driver collects into him. Kind of see who that was. Yeah, and he kind of stands in the gas, picks the front tires up, and tries to continue carrying it on. And then loses a little control again. And makes contact with the car that hit him again. Man, these guys are definitely folding each other up. All right, and then let's go ahead and get to the Preston Cranmer. How unfortunate that was. All right, I think Preston is the one that made contact. And I wonder if any damage happened. And that's, oh man, it throws him off the top shelf and into the fence. Boy, that is going to put him into pit. So a new car for him. 14 laps to go, only 3 cautions, not too shabby. But Kyle Moonen, the man to beat. I knew Brendan Lacey there in the 414 kind of had his number. He knew he was gonna make it happen. But Steven Spees there in the 55. he's got to figure out how to make it happen as we are under green. And away they go again. Getting tangled up. Oh, boy. As they're already back on caution. Terry Landis. We got a couple cars on the roof. Oh, no. Oh, no. I do not know. We were going to have to see who got caught up in that one. I knew that was a kind of a rough restart there. And I think in my ticker, yes, John, you got caught up in that. So let's see right here. Clink. So the 4 car there on the inside. Oof. And the 71. Bam. You just kind of sent it right into him. Oh, man. And there's Brendan Lacey. He's the one who ends up on his lid. Once again, the tire is his demon here tonight. Man. Dude, these little midgets, man. These things are awesome. Here we go. 14 laps to go. We're going to do a couple extra pace laps here. Try to clean up the track. Try to put this one back under green. Alright, looks like the 518 Joseph Grandy probably took that one back to the garage. Lacey's back in pit, so we know he had to get a tow because he was sitting on top of the tire. A good still lap down. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, pace car is off. 14 laps to go in our final broadcasting league here tonight at Simtrax Broadcasting. This is going to be a good shootout, I think. I think everybody's starting to get real comfortable with the cars here, John, and I'm wondering if that's what people are thinking. You know, we're comfortable. It's time to now push them a little farther than we want. But Kyle Moonen takes off. Spees second. Goldner in third. Goldner up to a little bit of mischief lately, but we'll have to see if he can go ahead and maintain this podium position here. Moonen just has that line. But Steve Goldner, he's got to be careful. He's getting just as close to those tires. All right, well, look at that. Spees now battle for the lead. Here they come. Oh, they make a little bit of contact there. Contact again. Start picking up the front end of that car. Oh, man, Steven Spees going to have to go ahead and try a different line, see if he can get a little more speed out of that turn and get caught back up. With the front tire coming off the ground. It has cost him a little bit, but not too much as he reels him back in. He's definitely got a magnet on the rear bumper of Kyle Moonen's car. That 24 looking like it's got about 50 pounds of lead in the back as Steven Spees reels him right back in. Mind you, a little bit of Brendan Lacey there, but Lacey back in the 9th position. We are up here fighting for the lead with 9 to go. Stella out there in the chat, I know you're still joining me here, but this 55-24 battle right here, this is going to be a push for the end. 9 to go, coming up to the line, 8 to go. So, man, these guys are battling. You are starting to see the track wear starting to set in. Spees had a chance. If there's another caution, there might be another shootout here. But really, I think he's probably praying for a green because right there, beautiful turn out of him, picks up 2/10. And now he's got his number. These two sharing the same piece of track here. The real estate is getting short as these guys are starting to get closer and closer to each other. Let's get closer. I know you want that chopper view. Let's get toward the blimp. Try to get a little better view here of how close he is getting. 6 to go. We still have a shot there back. Aiden Young trying to get another podium position here. He's now fighting back here for the 3rd position. And there's the caution. Spees, I guarantee, is happy about that one as we got 5 laps to go. I think Terry Landis may have been up in the middle of that one. Let's see if we can see what happened here.
He got the inside tire there in turn 1 between 1 and 2 and went for a ride.
Alrighty. Terry Landis. All right, come on, show me. Oh boy. Close those tires there. Ooh, heavy dive toward the inside. Bam! Flips that car around. Man. Bummer. All right, 6 laps to go in this one. Kind of restacking them back up here. They're going to re-rack them and give this another shot. You know, John, I don't really think it's a bad thing having cautions here at a dirt track, especially in these midgets. You know, they're hard to control. You guys have so much speed out there. You know, and trying to throw them here into the turns. I mean, accidents are going to happen. You know, and open wheels. I mean, now you have tires to connect, and that's really it just adds another factor. You know, it's not like your stock cars where I've got a body to kind of protect the tires, and sometimes the body actually ends up being a problem and cutting your tires down. But
yeah, no, you get tires together, and usually you end up looking at the world upside down.
All right, we'll have to see how it goes. Steven Spees back under green flag, Moon, and pulling away. So Spees having one last chance with 5 to go here at the track. As he, oh boy, Stephen Goldner sends it in there and almost trades paint. You know, they almost connected frames there. Welder would be happy with how close those two guys put those two pieces of metal together. As Steven Spees is now watching Kyle Moonen pulling away. That 24 car having some trouble, but who knows? Steven Spees might be trying to set him up here. Stephen Goldner definitely wants to make a name for himself here, but he has Aiden Young all over his rear bumper as well. So your top 4 having some trouble here, you know, really where to be and where to go. Oh man, Aiden Young just has not enough speed on turn exit to fast through the turn, just not enough on the backstretch. But Aiden Young making the shot there for Goldner. I definitely expect to see the battle right here going through the turn, and we got another caution. No. And I think Lacey might have been it. Let's see if we can get back here to Brendan Lacey for a quick replay. Let's see what happened here. So we get a little outside. Boy, he's getting closer to those tires again. Oh, he grabs that part of the track and the tire got him again. Dang. Yeah, that may be it for Lacey's night. All right, 3 laps to go. Aiden Young still another shot trying to get into that third. Speed's got a chance to get up here into the lead. John, how's that track holding up out there, man?
I'm getting quicker, which, you know me, I like that. We're getting faster, but I don't there's not enough laps to do anything. Like I said, I still got that black flag, so I'd have to put some jet fuel in it to put a lap on everybody. But the racing's getting a lot better up front of me. I'm noticing that guys are dicing it up a little bit more, so should be an exciting finish.
Yeah, that they are. You know, definitely, especially for this fun week. You know, it is starting to wrap up. We are coming here to Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. A lot of good racing that you guys have lined up for next week. I'm excited to see how that turns out. I will definitely be tuning in there. But I think, actually, Simtrax Broadcasting will be over at NSRA tomorrow for the Stay Tuned Truck Truck Series. Over at NSRA. They're going to be racing Pocono, the first play of the playoff. Well, let's go ahead and get through the midgets right now. We are 2 laps to go. Spees has to send it. There's, you know, at this point, not playing with the throttle. The only place it needs to go is straight to the floor, as he is now trying to reel him in. He's got only a couple more turns left. White flag out. All right, we are, and what happens here, ladies and gentlemen, as Spees trying his best. Aiden Young trying to see if he can put a little move on Goldner here. Let's see if we can give a little outside look, see if anybody's got anything for it. As it looks like Moon is finally going to come away with a win, but Spees tries the outside and is unable to do it. Moon and Spees, Goldner, Cranmer, Barker out for your top 5. Wow. You guys are something, being able to throw it up like that. Holy cow. Up there on our tower is your finishing run here. Wow. Definitely a battle there at the end. Holy cow. John, I think you had a heck of a time if you didn't end up with that black flag there, bud.
Yeah. Got a tough break. Sometimes it happens there. Got bad finish here in the heat. Kind of put us behind 8 ball for the night. That's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go over our unofficial results. Moon and Spees, Goldner out here in the top 3. We'll have a little chat with them here in a little bit. Preston Cranmer there for the 4th position. Jeff Barker, 5th. Jeffrey Kemper, check him out. Up in the 6th position, Terry Landis and John Hine. There you are in the 8th position. We'll have to see how that plays out with that black flag that you had there. Aiden Young there 1 lap down. I thought I saw him battling for the 4th position. Interesting.
Yeah,
to see.
I think he got upside down coming to the checkered there.
Dang. I'll definitely send it. Worth a shot. Bob DeGood there, Brennan Lacey, and Joseph Grandy to round out our top 12 here, ladies and gentlemen. Still good battles. Midget's fun week. Everybody's got to love it. So let's go ahead and get everybody rounded up here for our top 3. Final broadcast of the night. John, man, I'm going to let you go ahead and take 3rd place this time, man. I've been talking to a lot of guys. I want to talk to the winner tonight. Kyle Moonen had this coming most of the night, and I think he deserves this one.
Alrighty. I think Goldner was 3rd, correct?
Yes, Stephen Goldner was 3rd.
Hey, Stephen, this is John up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, John.
Hey, bud. Walk me through your night there, and you able to come tour from the back, get up there and get on a podium here.
Yeah, it's been a tough trying night tonight. We started out early in the modifieds and kind of just struggled all the way through. And here we are. We ended up on the podium somehow. Just kind of got lucky. I think a couple cautions fell our way, so pretty happy about it. We'll take 3rd and move on to whatever we have scheduled next.
Fair enough here. Do you think you could have had it? This race was a little longer. Do you think you could have had anything for the 2 guys in front of you?
It's tough to say. It was kind of, almost one group dominant kind of. I kind of wish it was a little bit slicker. Maybe had a couple more guys in here or a couple more laps to, maybe bring in the top because I ran it a couple of times and it feels like it's really good and fast up there. But, it just wasn't there tonight. It would have been nice to see it a little bit slicker, but, everyone's on the same track. So.
Well, what are your first impressions of Lucas Oil?
It's fun. I didn't realize that it flattens out there against the wall in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It surprised me a little bit. First time on it today, and I haven't turned any laps in a sprint car on it yet. But we'll be looking at getting some testing in here soon. It's a pretty fun joint, that's for sure.
Well, congratulations again on a podium. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
I gotta thank all the Bendy Boat guys for everything they do. Alex at ABR Sub Shops, Ross over at Velocity Race Designs, and all our other sponsors with the team, and you guys for the broadcast, and Roger and everyone who puts the league on.
Hi, bud. Congratulations again. I'll look forward to seeing what you can do this next season, and you'll be able to make most of the Renegades this year, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to. We'll see what happens, but the plan is to run the whole season. We'll see. I got a couple trips planned that might interfere with it, but we'll see.
And that's Stephen Goldner, our 3rd place finisher here in the midgets at Lucas Oil.
All right. Yeah, Stephen Goldner, good job by him tonight. Let's go ahead and quickly wrap up our 2nd place. Steven Spies, man. Steven Spies, we just talked to you last time as a race winner, and now here's the 2nd place. 2 podium finishes tonight. How was this car different from the Pro Late Models you just won at?
That's a big question. They really don't drive the same at all. You've got to drive them so different. Ultimately, though, on iRacing, the thing is, don't get it too sideways because you scrub too much speed, and then just be careful. Squeezing that right foot down coming off the corner so you don't spin tires. So that's the same, but as far as how you get into the corner and everything else, it's just so different.
All right, 55 machine looked fast. It looked like you had a lot there for Kyle Moonen. I know you did connect tires with him a couple of times, clinked the frames here and there, but you didn't turn him around, and really a good job by you not, really pushing the fact here of you wanted to go ahead and nail a 2nd win here for tonight. The track did start breaking down. Is that kind of where you were starting to lose a little bit of speed toward the end?
No, I was actually worried about fuel. The middle line over in 3 and 4 was working real well, but I was kind of trying to stay down below it for a long time because I didn't know if we were going to be able to make it through that whole race. We were a little short. I think I had probably about a lap left whenever we took the checkers there. So, Kyle's real good at these, and no shame in losing to him. He was just getting through that bottom section on 1 and 2 better than me, and there was just not another lane that was faster to get around him over there. So, that's just how it goes some days, though.
All right. Well, race 3 and 4 of tonight's broadcast and schedule tonight. You go ahead and take a 1 and a 2 for those. So great job by you here tonight. Go, dude. Let's go ahead and give us some shout outs and let's get this wrapped up for you, bud.
Yep, always, give thanks to the teammates. Aiden, I think, had a decent run here tonight from Gambler Motorsports. We'd like to run all kinds of different stuff and have fun. Thanks to Midwest Turbo and Performance. Everybody go check out mtpturbo.com. If you like stuff that makes you go fast in a straight line, they got all kinds of good equipment there, help you build something up. So, and then always to all the folks that watch us do this and give us an audience, we really appreciate it.
All right. Steven Spees, great job tonight, bud, and I hope to see you back out on the track soon.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, man. A lot of these guys have been racing all night, and, you kind of think some of this endurance would wear a lot of these guys down, not being able to have enough time or, keep it all in one piece. Kyle Moonen has been racing all night, and he finally comes away with a win here tonight. Kyle, out front all night, contested a few times, but you were able to keep composed. How'd you do it, man?
That's a good question. Good question. I was pretty worried the whole time. I knew I had Spees and Lacey both behind me. Then, Goldner got behind them. So I knew I was, pretty much one mistake away from losing it.
Yeah, definitely. Landon Lacey, excuse me. Wow. Brendan Lacey there kind of got a little low and kind of bit the tires there a little bit, and it flipped him around. That kind of gave you a little bit of break there toward the end. But, Steven Spees, man, in the last 10 laps in that 55, really was putting the work on you there, were you staring more at the mirror or more out the windshield on those last 10 laps?
No, I kind of had, I kind of somewhat knew what he was doing, but it was more just trying to keep it on the tires, in 1 and 2 and run the middle there, because if you gave basically, I figured out there at the beginning if you gave an inch down there, someone was going to get you, and I got lucky on that one restart, and it gave me my spot back and in front of Lacey, because if not, I would have never gotten back around him. He would have kept running the bottom. He's good at keeping it down there. He may have still hit a tire, but I just can't give anything down there when the track was the way it was.
Yeah, and Steven Spees, he said he was nervous about fuel there toward the end, that you guys might run out. Was that any concern for you toward the end?
It actually wasn't. I told him I think I got my first warning, either getting the white flag or the checkered flag. I'm not sure which one. So.
Okay, so he must have been using a lot more of that loud pedal, trying to catch up and keep up with you. But man, you go ahead and pull away a win here with the Midgets. Man, you know what, Kyle, go ahead and give me some of those shout outs, man. Let's hear what you got to say.
Just got to thank all the guys at Vanderbilt, Roger and everyone for the league, you guys for the broadcast, and that's pretty much it. And Ross Krenn at Velocity Race Designs, he does all of our wraps for the team. So.
All right, man, and great job tonight. Hope to see you back out here on the dirt. I know we got a lot of things lined up for this next season. They are to be determined at this point, but we'll see how it all unfolds, man. But you did a great job tonight, and I'm sure we'll see more of that out of you.
Yep, sounds good. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. All right, John, man, that was a wild ending there, bud.
It sure was. What a great night of racing. We did a lot. We turned a lot of laps on this old track here tonight, and hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope you continue to follow us. Anybody that wants to come out and fling some dirt with us, go to c2crl.com. They can sign up and come on out and race with us. Welcome aboard, and we're glad to have you, and happy that you're going to tell the story of what we do on the track.
All right, appreciate it, bud. And don't forget, guys, that is c2crl.com. Man, they got everything there. Speed shop, they got school, and they have any league that you can think of, dirt racing, and then you guys are even trying asphalt. So that is a great place to be, great place to try out. from all of us here at Simtrax Broadcasting with the Coast to Coast Racing Network. John Hine, Patrick Morrison here in the booth, and we hope to see you next time. Be safe, and yeah, good night, guys. Take it easy.